Yep.
And the Masters always seem to cop it, don't they, Ollie? Every year they seem to, on the first ones off the rank, and they seem to really cop all the surf and get battered around a bit.
Most definitely. The open crews come along and say, well, there's nothing on today. Well, you should have been here yesterday.
Should have been here yesterday for the Masters, yeah. Fantastic results we have, and just before we do go into the results, I'll just explain the Masters. We have men and women, and the total age of the 4 rowers is aggregated up, and that's the event you're in. So if you're in a 160, you're an average age 40. You could have a couple of 45-year-olds and a couple of 35-year-olds, but as long as your total of your 4 rowers is 160, that's your age group. Then we have 180s, 200s, 220s, 240, right up to 260 male, which is average age 65. And what a fantastic effort it is for a 65-year-old to be rowing a surfboat, Ollie.
4 pensioners all having a good time and still continuing to enjoy the sport of surf rowing.
Yeah, on the pension card. I love it. So our first event was the 160 male, Ollie. What were our results there?
Yeah, in first place, Morty Alec E. Coli from Victoria. Second place, North Cronulla Funkies from Metropolitan Sydney. Third, the Browley Vets from the New South Wales South Coast. And it's interesting to see not only the spread of where the crews are from, but also their names as well. E. coli, I don't know who came up with that name, Rod, but it's a little ripper.
I think that's one they're in Port Phillip Bay, Morty Alex, so they're sort of saying there's the E. coli levels of the pollution is virtually zero there in the beautiful clean Port Phillip Bay. But the names are a bit of fun as well. 160 females, Ollie.
Yeah, first place, Bateman Bay Thunderbirds. Second place, Pambula in lovely south coast of New South Wales. And in third place, Williamstown in Victoria.
Yeah, another Vicky getting in there, so good to see the Victorians up here at the beautiful Shellharbour beach. 180 males, our next division.
Yeah, first was North Cronulla Blueies. Second place, crew from Tassie actually, the Carlton Park Old Gold. And in third place, Currumbin Crusaders from Queensland.
Yeah, North Cronulla Bluey, of course, their sweep.
Sweep,
so, that's naming it after their sweep. And Currumbin Crusaders from all the way up on the Gold Coast.
Yep.
Next, we've got the 180 female division.
Yeah, in first place, we've got the Avalon Beach Antiques, a good name for senior ladies.
Senior ladies antiques, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, you should see them, they don't look like antiques, mate.
Exactly, yeah. And in second place was the Warriewood Rusties from the wonderful Sydney Northern Beaches. Yeah, a couple of good strong crews in the 180 females.
I reckon they would have got a bit of rust out of yesterday. No doubt about that. Now we move into the average age 50-year-old. That's the 200 male.
And in first place was the North Cronulla Yappies, swept by Yappy.
Himself.
Yeah, second place, Queenscliff Mouldy Muffins. And in third place, the Bronte Knuckleheads.
The Knuckleheads, the Mouldy Muffins and the Yappies, how about that? What do we got for the 220 mile?
220 mile, average of 55 years. First place, South Kilkeel White Bread. I think South Kilkeel have stuck together for many, many years. I can't remember an age group that the South Curly boys haven't actually won over the journey. And in second place was North Stain Alco Pops.
Yes, of course, some of these masters, as Ollie said, they've been together a lot of years. They're really friends for life. They probably rode in their junior years and they've stuck together, and fantastic to still see them in the competition.
Most
Getting
definitely.
right up to the older ones now, the 60-year-olds, that's the 240 male, Ollie.
Yeah, in first place was the crew from Bulli. Second place, the Gerringong Grizzlers in the Navy Open boat. They won the Navy boat a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I saw that on the beach there yesterday. And in third place, the crew from Victoria, Fairhaven.
Yeah, the old boys from Fairhaven, they've been together for a lot of years too, and they really have a lot of fun. They travel together and they love their day out at Masters. Good luck to them.
Yep.
260 male, that oldest division, and average age 65.
Yeah.
As Ollie said, you nearly got your pension
The
card out
part-time
there.
pensioners. In first place, the Long Reef Vets. And in second place, the crew from Anglesea Drifters in Victoria. The 260 miles pretty close to my heart, actually, Rod. That's the division that I row in. Our crew at Southport, South Australia, the old Phantoms. We've been together, same crew, except we've lost one of our rowers who passed away a few years ago. But since the 180s. So we're now in the 260s and still loving it.
Fantastic. That's great. Well, that's all we've got from the Masters, Ollie, and I hope everyone enjoyed that, and we're going to take you over to some more of this morning's tapes.
Good on you, Rod.
Good on you, Ollie. All good, fellas?
Right, Rod, well, we're back here. We got rid of Aaron anyway. That's the good news. He's down on the beach, coasting amongst all the people there and having a bit of fun. But we're just coming up to the start of the Trans-Tasman. It's about 7 or 8 minutes away. But there's the start of another race. There's all the young people out there, the juniors, and they're doing a great job out there.
Yeah, Frank, it's a hype of activity. It really is out there, and we've got the two areas going. When we're going to cross over to Aaron, actually, he's down on the beach. Over to you, Aaron.
Yeah, thanks boys. Oh, it's excitement. The teams are ready to go. It is building. You've got the Australian team behind us, led by Mona Vale and Torquay, representing the open men and the women. They've got the development team under them as well. It's exciting stuff. Behind us on this side, the New Zealanders. They're pumped. They arrived on Wednesday. They've been doing everything right that we've been told to give the Aussies a decent crack. We're only about 10 minutes away from what is going to be an exciting Trans-Tasman test. Round 1 is 10 minutes away. As you can see, the New Zealanders are pumped and good to go. We're about 30 seconds away from the official opening ceremony, which includes national anthems. Boys, it's back to you.
Thanks, Aaron. That's great stuff. Look, that vision is just sensational, those two teams. See the Australian team, arm in arm, ready to go. It's like the AFL Grand Final out there,
Yeah,
Rob.
well, they're really pumped, and of course we're going to be having those national anthems soon from both countries, New Zealand and Australia, and gee, I'm looking forward to that, Frank.
Well, considering that, I don't know if I said it before, but the person singing the national anthem is from the Navy, the Australian Navy, but she's New Zealand. She's going to sing both of them.
And she's going to sing both national anthems, so let's hope she's got the Australian one down pat, because we love our nation. And you can see in the background there, Frank, there's some boat racing going on. We're running two areas here this morning. We've had our under-19 female, our under-23 female and our under-23 men. So all our underage racing's been going on in the north and south areas. We're gearing up for this first test match between Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, and the conditions look good. There's a bit of wind out the back there now starting to come through. It's coming from the south, and the seas are not too bad in this area, a bit heavier in the northern area, but the what we're seeing down there at the moment now is you can see that they're just coming around the cans. And for those people that didn't watch last night, the races go for 400 metres out and 400 metres in. They turn a boy turn, and then they come back to the shore. The exciting thing is also when the surf comes up. But anyway, I've just seen these crews come back. Right, can you see anything on that alley 6 over there?
We're just going down to the beach now to Aaron. They're introducing the crews.
The open female team representing Australia from Torquay, Victoria, swept by Scott Tannehill. And in the open male division from Mona Vale, representing Australia, swept by Matty Collins. Matty Collins. Folks, I'll now ask leading seaman Tracy Kennedy to join. And leading seaman Tracy Kennedy will now sing the New Zealand and Australian national anthem. A big hand for leading seaman Tracy Kennedy.
Australia fair.
Well done, leading seaman Tracy Kennedy. Let's hear it again, folks. Those two wonderful renditions of the Australian and New Zealand national anthem. Beautiful. Thank you.
Something special there, Rod, wasn't it? That was really something special.
It brings a tear to my eye, Frank. It's amazing. I had a lump in my throat. Fantastic, and didn't they all look so great on the beach with the boats behind, all in their international costumes, and it's absolutely fantastic for all of them.
Look, Rod, you look at down the beach. Would you have thought we'd be doing this 15, 20 years ago? Would you think it at all?
No, not at all. And surfboat rowing is alive. It really is alive, thanks to the ASRL. And there's a race on now. We're just about to punch out through the break. And bring on this test match. There's only 5 minutes or so to go.
That little shore break just cost someone there. But we're going to go back to Aaron. I'm sure Aaron's got someone important on the beach, or he's going to come out with some really riveting information.
Yeah, he's doing a great job down there. Good on you, Aaron.
New Zealand will be in Alley 1, Australia Alley 2, New Zealand Open Women will be in Alley 4, Australian Open Women Alley 5. You'll understand that? The course will be the long course. You go around your cans, conventional left to right turn. Your gate can will be on the right on the way home. You all understand that? It's an 8-minute time limit. The hooter will go at the 7-minute mark. At the 8-minute mark, cut off, 2 blasts with the horn, and then the IRB will ask you to leave the area. My intention is to have a staggered start. So with the under 23 men, we'll start off.
Women.
Women first. Women. We'll start off, once they clear the break, the starter will then start the under 23 men. The same will go for the open men and open women. We'll stagger the start. Once it's cleared the break, they're safely away, the starter will then start the second.
Once they pass the break, just go? Or no. He'll give us a decent go.
Okay.
Flag up, and there'll be the orange flashing light.
So like a normal start?
Yes.
Okay. The other issue I have to bring to your notice is that we'll have a video finish. Okay. If it's close finish, the line judges will call it. But if it's very contentious, we will always go to the video. Okay, does everyone understand that? Yeah, right? You understand? Yep. Everyone understand that, okay?
We've got the Photoshop people up there, Rick. Just checking.
Are there any questions?
He's just got 2 questions. Is there a marshal going to marshal, or is this the marshal for the cans?
There'll be a marshal.
There'll be a marshal.
They'll come along and confirm the can colour.
Confirm the can colour. Yep. If you're in any doubt, please speak to me before we start. I don't want to go the whole race, come back, and then you say I wasn't given clear instructions. Are there any questions?
No run finish, it's a wet finish?
Wet start, wet finish.
Wet start, wet finish.
Okay.
I assume when the first gun or first horn
Guys, what you can see at the moment is the live sweeps meeting. We're about 5 minutes away from the start. We've got amazing access thanks to the chief referee Mick Lang. We are about 5 minutes away from kick-off, ladies and gentlemen. Back to you.
The second test match will be over a short course.
Right there, Rod, you saw a little bit going on. Obviously, one of the things that people with viewers will understand is there's going to be a staggered start in the first race, and the first event will be the under-23s.
Yeah, Frank, we call it the development team. It's the first time we've had youth teams in the Trans-Tasman test match. So the under-23 women will start first. That's both the Kiwi versus Australia, and then they'll be followed by the under-23 men's development team.
Yeah, and this is a really good concept, this under-23 development. As you said before, it's a real buzz about it and all that. And that'll set up the thing. Now, there's 3 races, isn't there? There's 3 rounds of this, and the second race is not going to be the long course, is it?
No, we've got the long course in our first race. It's not too far away now, Frank. The second race will be a shorter course, and the third race will be back to the long course.
Well, it's very exciting, and this is the sort of thing that we like to do at the ASRL. You know, give a different perspective of racing. Short racing is very, very tight, isn't it?
Oh, look, it's going to be very exciting, and they'll be quick off the mark, these teams. And gee, it's going to be fabulous racing. We're literally looking forward. The conditions are absolutely perfect here. We're only a few minutes away. Everyone's pumped for it, and bring it on.
Well, you can see here a little boat coming in, and look at the sweep crew sitting there, just coming in one of the races. I think that's the under 23 female race there, just finishing. And we'll have most of these boats out of the area within a couple of minutes. You can see the crowd gathering on the beach. Good crowd here too, isn't there?
It's a fantastic crowd, of course. You can only see the ones on the beach, but there's a massive area up behind our commentary position. There's also the Shellharbour Surf Club, and they've got a great big balcony up the top, and that's absolutely chocked with people. They're all along the grass. You can't get a park for miles, and fantastic for the town, Frank, to bring all these people here, and I'm sure they're going to have a great day's racing.
Well, I've got to say, you come to a place like this and you go to Manly or somewhere like that, you can't get a park, can you? You've got to pay $15 or so to go to get a park. Down here, you can park along the foreshore, have a nice little walk. You can get a cup of coffee on the beach and away you go, can't you?
Yeah, it's just a little seaside hamlet, and I'd not been here except for last year. It's our first Australian Open here at Shellharbour, and it's great to be back, and well, it's really drawn them in. I'm looking right up the end of the beach now, and there's just people, everyone, everywhere. They're coming for this first test match, and oh, gee, it's going to be a beauty.
Well, I've got to say, Rod, I've been to the Australian titles many times, and I've seen the crowd on the beach, but I've got to say, without doubt, this is one of the biggest crowds I've seen at a venue, including the Australian titles, on the beach, watching this wonderful sport.
Yeah, of course, the whole event is free to the public, so if you're seeing us on live stream and you're not too far away, why not come down? But of course, we're live streaming all over the world. So how fantastic, brought to you all by the Royal Australian Navy, our great sponsors, and gee, getting close to this Trans-Tasman test, race number 1.
And look, our friends in France, Manu and all his, and our friends in Holland, our friends in Great Britain, in Portugal, in all the countries that compete in surf boats, we know them very well. They've been to Australia. Manu's on his way back for the Australian titles. It's fantastic to see.
Well, he's one of the Aussies, and now the pressure's on you guys. Get your live streaming up so we can watch you. But surf boat rowing's growing. It really is, all over the globe, and it's fantastic to have you on board watching us.
And I've got to tell you, Rod, we're getting real excited because even the sponsors lounge up here is getting a bit busy now. They're starting to gather up here and getting excited about what's going to happen down the track. Look, got to thank the Navy for what they've done again, don't we? We can't stop talking about what they've done for this sport over the last number of years. Without them, would we be here today?
No, it's certainly really given us the opportunity to develop our sport, and we talked about that in our last little segment with our finished technology, our starting technology, and now our live streaming. And without Navy and without their funding, we couldn't bring you this coverage. We couldn't do a lot of things that we're developing in this sport. And gee, we're forever thankful for them.
Oh yeah, look, it's, as I said, it's all gearing up for a real exciting time. I'm just looking down the beach there now. You can see the activity on the beach. You can see the boats. Well, they're bringing them back up, and there'll be just enough space. There's got to be enough space for the competitors to get, and we'll be up and running. Mick will get all the things ready, and away we'll go. And I reckon, what's your prediction anyway, Rob? We haven't had a prediction out of you. You're a Victorian lad. Now, what are you going to do?
We haven't had a prediction. Look, I think New Zealand are really going to bring it on to us this time. We gave them the shock of their life last year over in New Zealand. Of course, this is an event that changes venue each year, and it's our turn to host it in Australia. But last year over there, we towed them right up, and I think they're going to bounce back, Frank.
Well, look at the size of the blokes, and the girl. I mean, how fit are they looking?
Oh, gee, I did see the New Zealand girls yesterday, and there's some fabulous-looking athletes there. Gee, they're powerhouses, and Not like our crew, the little pocket rockets, but I'm sure it's going to be great racing.
Well, you coming from the Torquay Club, it must be a proud day for you to see the Torquay boat on the beach. Big Scotty Tannehill at the back, he'll be screaming at that crew, and I'll tell you what, tell us about the stroke of that crew. How good is she?
Yeah, Sonia Heath, fantastic. Jess Callahan, our stroker, a fabulous little girl. She was also named team captain for Victoria.
Right, Rod, I'll tell you what, something really exciting. We're going to cross to Aaron. He's going to show us some fantastic technology, what we're going to use. We'll cross to Aaron right now.
We're on board. We're going to be on board a surf boat.
Thank you very much, lads. Down here at the moment, we're only a couple of minutes away from round 1 of the Trans-Tasman. What I've got on my head here is a world's first for surf boat rowing. We have the on-camera vision from our sweeps. They're the men and women that stand at the back of the boat, and that's going to be live streamed back to your device, which has never been done before in this sport. I'm just going to do, as you can see, you're looking through the camera now, I'm just going to step into the sweeps position for the boat. This is the Torquay boat, which will be used in the open women. This is where the sweep stands. So this is the vision that they will be seeing, and more importantly, you will be seeing at home. Now guys, I'm going to throw it back to you, Rod and Freight, because we're only about 30 seconds away from round 1. They're starting on the line now. We're ready to go, round 1.
Right, it's all going to happen now. We're on the starting line now for the first round. I'll tell you what, Rod, I'll call the first girls and then I'll switch straight over to you and to the boys, okay? They're in the starter's hand. We'll just shut up for a little bit and let them get going. And New Zealand's in alley 1. Australia is in alley 2.
And sends all this into action.
I'll just cut in there very silently, and in the starter's hand, here goes the starter now. He's just ready to go.
So what you'll see there is Bernie about to get into the boat, and he's got our new technology on his helmet. So we're going to bring it all to you live and in person.
Right. And take note, when we're racing, the under-23 Australian crew will have the helmet on in the girls, okay? So when we see it, you'll see it live. You'll see them get, if they go through a set of waves, Rod, it's going to be really hot, isn't it?
It's going to be hot, as look at that view now. You can see the surf in the background. So the girls, when the gun goes, they're going to negotiate the boat. So we've got our check starter ready. There's a long shot there, and we've got the crew from Maroochydore who are representing Australia in the Under-23 Development Challenge. And this is the first of 3 test matches. Our flashing light is on, our amber light, and our guns in the air.
They're gone. Here they go. They're into the boat. You can see the live technology. Have a look at that. They're hitting, and there's a little swell out the back. You'll see them hit this one. Up they go, and they're out. Well, it's a good start there by both crews. I guess, actually at the moment I would anticipate the New Zealand crew just got away to a little break, did they? Can you see from where they're... Right, look at that now.
The Australian girls as we get ready for the Under-23 Development Men to start.
And they're just about ready. Meanwhile, the other crews are going through the gate cans. They've sorted themselves out, and they're rowing good length. I think the Australian crew is really motoring away from them now, Rod.
They're Australia in alley 5. They're looking pretty good here. You can see they've just gone through their gate can, out the back of the turning can. So when they get out to the turning cans and physically go around, we'll see exactly just how far in front of the Australian crew is.
And Rod hits, and oh, look fantastic. But here comes the start to the 23 men. They're in the starters' hands. You keep an eye on those girls there, Rod. I've got these 23 boys happening. We'll see what happens there. Okay, you got those girls still?
Yeah, the girls are just coming up to their turning can now, and it looks like the Australian under-23 crew from Maroochydore are just that little bit ahead still of the New Zealand girls. But anyone's race soon, because don't forget, after they turn, they'll get assistance from the sea on the way home. This is our number one of 3 test matches today, New Zealand versus Australia.
We're back on the shore there. The 23 men have been held up. Quite a few sets coming through at the moment, standing up about 4 foot on the bank there, so I don't think he'll start them just yet.
So round go Australia now, round their can. They're just that little bit ahead of New Zealand, but gee, there's not too much in it. There's that action shot again from the new technology, the helmet cam, and isn't it fantastic?
Oh, here they go on the 23 men. Here they go on the 23 men, Rod. They're away, nothing out there to stop them. Little wave coming up now. Let's see how they get through this one. Oh, let's see. Here we go. Oh, yes. Oh, slammer.
Gee, they took on some
They
water
took
there,
on some.
the
Oh,
New Zealanders.
did they? Hey, they're away. Oh, there's another one. Oh, they're all out now. All out.
No
and
worries,
clear.
these boys, and they'll get into it now. They're really fast moving.
What about the girls there? How are we doing there?
The girls are taking home, but I think the New Zealanders have really brought up the challenge here, the Australians. It looks like they may have tired a little bit, and certainly you can see them there in that fantastic shot. And I think we're pretty much neck and neck here, New Zealand and Australia.
Well, the 2 crews also in the men's 23s are going out to the cans. They're past the gate cans, and it seems very close in that race too. Gee, this is exciting, mate. I can't keep up with what's happening with the girls there, mate.
The girls are about to come in through their gate can. They must have the gate on their right-hand side. So the sweeps are very close to the gate. The Australians have gone through. The New Zealanders are just that marginal bit behind, but they're not out of this race.
Any swell coming there, right? That's what they need, any swell.
There's a little bit of swell now. There's a little run the Australians are starting to work on. You'll see they lift their work ethic to stay with that little run so they can get the most assistance out of the sea possible. Now looking on the screen, here's a little bubble for the under-23 women. They're just going to run on the top of it. They won't catch it. Now there's a chance for the under-23 girls, a good chance for them to come up on the Australian girls. The Australian girls want this though.
Have a look
They're
behind,
working
right?
pretty hard. They're working pretty hard indeed. Oh my goodness, I'm going to leave that one to the line judges.
I reckon it's Australia, mate. Yeah, definitely Australia there, I think.
Maybe
How are we
Australia.
back to the under-23 men?
Well, the 23 boys are going around the cans now, Frank, and it's Australia just marginally ahead of the New Zealanders. Pretty much the same as that first race, only just that slight amount, about half a boat lengths ahead as they head for home.
Oh, look, you can get good vision of it now. The cameras are swinging right onto it. You know, this is really good, isn't it? 2 races in one race, basically, and we got the second one. The crew on the left-hand side is just marginally ahead, and they're coming home. Obviously, the sweeps will be really looking for those runners coming home.
Yeah, well, you can just see that little runner now getting up under the New Zealand team. They'll lift their rate just a little bit, just to give them that little bit of an increase. If they can pick when those runners come through, it certainly helps those boats. But they're just tucking along beautiful now. They're coming up to their gate cans, Frank, and I think it's just still Australia just a little bit ahead.
Yeah, Australia look as though they're just going away from them a little bit. Obviously, the New Zealand Swedes sit there going, send me a big a big wave from outside from Tasmania or somewhere like that, isn't he? He's looking for it now. He needs it right now.
He does need it, he certainly does. Australia have increased their lead now. Now just watch them now, the sweep's really calling for an effort from them. He knows there's a little bubble there that he can get that maximum amount of assistance out of, and it's Australia now just running on top of that little wave, and they won't catch it, but certainly they've opened up a pretty handy lead, Frank.
Oh, excellent work. Look at that. I mean, fantastic by that crew. Here comes the New Zealand's on the little bubble. Here they come. Let's see how they hold this race.
Oh, they'll come down the chute there, but it's Australia take out that under-23 development male race.
Well, that's 2 zip, Rob. What do we think about the next one then?
Well, the big one is the next one, our men and our women. So certainly we're pretty happy with that first result. Now it's over to Aaron down on the beach.
Right one to Australia. We still haven't got the result of the women. We didn't see the actual finish. The finish is very
Congratulations here for the first
important.
race, round 1 for the open women here, representing Australia from Torquay. Couple of former Australian representatives in Flatwater in this crew, and it's exciting stuff. And right next to them, the New Zealanders. As you would have worked out the format so far, 2 boats will go off, followed by a second second lot in the same race. But Australia's on top so far early. We're about 1 minute away from having a chat with Michael Brooks from Original after their win. But Rod and Frank, back to you boys to recap that first race. Yep. Follow me.
Right, Rod, that was exciting. Thanks for that, Aaron. Doing a great job on the beach there. You know, this is just great coverage. And you can see a bit of swell coming through now, Rod. Though I don't think the start will give them a go now.
Oh, that was a beauty, that one. That must have been about a 4-footer, Frank, and it's just up on that bar. Another one to follow it, so the starter will just wait for some good water. But, gee, it's a tremendous conditions here, Frank.
Oh, look, you've got to say, and look, Rod, for the people watching this, in the Torquay boat is the Australian team, and then the Mordialloc boat is the New Zealanders. And it's great cooperation that Mordialloc led the boat because, you know, it saves them a lot of problems, and it's a cooperation between these wonderful countries.
Yeah, it's a beautiful boat, the Mordialloc boat. It was won in the, as we talked about before, in the ASRL Open last year by Mordialloc Club in the raffle, in the draw. So it's great they're lending it. And of course the Torquay boat, the RXP sponsored boat, and Scott Tannehill at the helm there. The girls are just about ready to go, Frank. They're on the line. We'll wait for the flashing light and we'll have you a start in this, the Open Women and Open Men combined race. Race number 1, Trans-Tasman Series. Over to Aaron. Didn't get you a good. You didn't get it.
Okay, we've got Elise and Catherine from the mighty Mauritius Assets representing Australia here in the under-23 females. Congratulations on that first race.
Thank you very much. Good to get the nerves out, I think, in that race.
Yeah, talk about the race in general. Long race, was it? And just letting you know, about half of the race was watched around the world via the live vision. So hopefully Michael Brooks kept his mouth shut and didn't drop any F-bombs.
No, not too many. It's pretty good. But no, that's incredible that we're getting it around the world. More people getting exposure. It's fantastic.
What's the program now for the next couple of hours? Do you sit down and relax now, get something to eat?
Just keep it light. You know, you don't want a full tummy going out into there because it is the longer race, but you need to sort of balance it up so that you've got enough.
We do have Elise and Catherine. Thank you very much. Just behind us, you'll see the Open Women are about to start. This is Australia and New Zealand. Back to you, boys. Thanks, girls.
Next hour or so, but now we're on the line there. The Czech starter's got the flag up. Pretty soon we'll have the starter putting up the flag, and they'll be just about going again.
Yeah, well, there's a good shot of the two crews here. The women, of course, now the Open Women, and I bet they're just so excited, these girls, to be representing their country as the Czech starter gets his flag up. Open Women, Test match number 1, New Zealand versus Torquay.
New Zealand versus Torquay, Rod. You're getting back to the old country. It's Australia, mate.
You love your club, Frank. I know you love lawn, but it is Torquay, and of course it's Torquay, Victoria, Australia.
And Rod, over the other end, we can see the men ready to go. They'll go after a while when the starter feels it's clear enough to go. And when you see on the right-hand side will be the Mona Vale crew. Great club, Mona Vale. Have they got some form down there in that club?
Yeah, and of course Matty Collins sweeping them, and I'm sure that's a very proud moment for Matty Collins. Rude man, they call him. And look at that wave just behind those open crews now, Frank.
Oh, yeah, that could be a bit of it. So there's one coming through now, too. I'm sure the starter won't be pulling up the gun now.
No, the starter's just waiting a little while here. He's just waiting for the most possible even start. I think he'll just wait till this little bit of white water comes through, and they'll get a good start here, the Open Women. And, of course, the Open Men will follow.
He's waiting for this one. I think he's waiting for this one.
Here we go.
Here he goes. And he's away. Here they go. Torquay into the boat. Oh, the New Zealand girls missed the start. They've missed the start, mate. They've dropped a couple of lengths, and here goes Torquay.
Yeah, I think the New Zealand girl, Frank, she just seemed to fall in the boat. She didn't quite get in very clean, upset the boat, and then their other bowman, their number 2 seat, didn't quite get in.
I tell you what, they were lucky there was no swell.
But gee, they're moving now, New Zealand. They're pretty keen to make it up, and I don't think they lost too much at all, Frank.
Well, I'm just looking at their all blades through the water. The Torquay girls look very efficient through what they're doing at the moment.
Yeah, the sweep Scotty Tannehill, he just reaches over and pops the pump on. They might have just got a little weeny bit of water at the start, but not too much. But they want to have the least amount of water in that boat as they can, so they can get their maximum efficiency as they just smash through the gate cans there and head out to sea. It's Australia just marginally in front of New Zealand as we get ready for the big boys.
The big boys are up there. We'll just call this as that comes. Here comes the starter. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. Here we go. Out, out. Go. Australia, get in. They're away.
Look at the power on those oars.
Oh, Monaval just taken off. Maddie's got them going. Wow, look at this rate on that crew. Look at them rating. Good Lord. They're flying out.
They are flying, Frank, and gee, there's some power in that boat from both those countries, and it's a pretty close one.
Oh, I don't know. I think Australia got the real jump, but I think New Zealanders are settling into their rhythm now. They're really pulling through. Gee, they're a nice blade work going through the water there. Matty, how are we going, Rob, with the girls out there? What's happening?
Well, I'm just watching the girls. They're coming up to their turning can now, and the Australian team has gone around. New Zealand about a boat length behind, so it's Australia leading in the ladies, Australia leading by about a boat length as they head for home, Frank.
Yeah, well, then the boys, it looks as though New Zealand have got back into it a little bit. They're really rowing well. The Australian team just absolutely flew off the beach. So it's going to be interesting. The New Zealand boys are a big, long stroking crew, so they should be able to, in the flatter water, be a bit better off, wouldn't they?
Well, the conditions are absolutely perfect for a big crew, and gee, once they get into their rhythm, they'll have that boat flying. And certainly the Australian ladies have made a fantastic effort around that can, and they've opened up a pretty handy lead, the ladies.
Well, that's good to see, mate. That's good to see. And where are we at with the blokes? We're coming up to the turning boys with them too, and it looks as though coming through. I've just got my vision blocked off a fraction. Can you pick it up for me?
I can pick it up, Frank. Australia have just turned first. They're only about a half a boat length ahead, so the Kiwis are drawing on them. We've got a real race on our hands here for the open men, but the open ladies, the Australian girls have moved to a pretty good lead, and I can't see them getting beat by it.
No, not from here. Look, they're coming to the beach. There's any swell out the back, mate.
Here's a wave now for the New Zealanders. I don't think they can catch it. They're just on the top of that wave now, so that allows Australia that are in front to go for that wave. They should.
Oh, Australia on it. Australia on it.
Up on the block. He's calling his crew aft, so they'll run down the back of the boat to give him the maximum steering.
Look at that vision.
Oh, look at RXP on the front. Wouldn't they be happy with that? Fantastic, their sponsors. And Scotty goes around. Get it straight, mate.
Straight. And here comes New Zealand. Here comes New Zealand. They're coming down a cruncher.
Look at that footage there of New Zealand, and the girls up the back of the boat very quickly indeed, but Australia are home.
Now what about in the men's? Here they come home in the men's, and Australia again are in front. And they've pulled away to about a length over, and here we come past the gate cans, we're into the wave zone. Is there a bubble there for the New Zealanders? Is there one coming? No, not yet. Here comes Australia onto a little one. They're coming home now. Australia onto a little one. New Zealand behind. There's a bubble coming out behind, but look at Australia. Look at them go. Down
they've just powered right over the top of that, Frank. Gee, that is fantastic rowing, and they've just worked and worked and worked, and they've got their result, and gee, that's a great race by the Australian crew from Mona Vale.
4-zip. What's going on?
Good start for us.
Right, very good. All right.
We hope you're enjoying the live streaming all over the world here at Shellharbour, and that was the first of our test matches. Over to Aaron on the beach.
Just waiting to go to Aaron.
Gee, that was a fantastic. They weren't too far away at all, the Kiwis.
No, I've got to say, they'll have a rest now for about an hour, and we'll be up again. We're back to the normal racing, but geez, tell you what, it gives you a bit of a bubble. I've got to be excited there in the end, mate, didn't I?
And the sun's out here. It's just going to be a fantastic day.
Geez, what do you think when Scotty broached on the line there? I thought, oh my God.
I thought if he rolls it, we're gone, but he held it well. The girls all managed to do the high side and balance the boat well, and the boat just naturally brought itself around, and Scotty just brought him over the line. But it was a great wave by the New Zealand girls, and crikey, I thought they might take this one, but not to be.
But you know the other thing on the line there, you notice the efficiency of the crew, get back their seats, get their oars, and that's part of the whole... People talk about just rowing. There's a lot more to this sport than just rowing, isn't there?
All the skills were there, the skills at the start, and we did see the New Zealanders, the ladies, get a bit of a dud start there. The girl fell into the boat, so I think they're a little bit better than what they showed there, the New Zealand girls. So certainly Test match number 2 will show us.
Oh, look, I think so too, but I'm just, you know, this is testament to what this sport's all about. The first round of races, there hasn't been too much in each race, has there?
No, very little. And of course our second race coming up in an hour or so is a short course race. So that's going to make all the difference too, a little bit of variety there, and I'm sure they'll go like the clappers, Frank, won't they?
Oh, look, they will. It must be a buzz for all the other crews watching. You can see crews out to sea, obviously been watching it all. It's sweet to be talking to their crews saying, we got to get in this Australian team next year, we've got to work. And they think like, I mean, there's so much opportunity. I mean, you've got all these crews out there, and there's 1, 2 crews, 3, 4 crews representing this country. Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, well, the absolute power of those Mona Vale men for Australia, you know.
Wasn't that good?
Yeah. Now we're going to go over to Aaron on the beach now, Frank, so okay. All good.
Thank you very much, boys. I got the victorious round 1 sweep representing Australia for the Open Men. Matt Collins, congratulations on the row. But geez, they tested you, didn't they?
Well, it's interesting. We had a really good start, and on the way to sea, I thought, gee, we're going well here. But about 15 strokes out from the boys, the New Zealanders put on a little spurt. You could see the bow of their boat coming up next to us, and I thought, gee, they got some speed going here, so we had another little go. I don't know that those boys are completely straight, because we had a pretty good lead, and when we came out, we were almost equal. But yeah, the guys showed some ticker. I felt we're a bit nervous for a first race, including me. I think there was too much energy, too much talking, and there was some, you know, the blade work wasn't as precise as I'd like it to be. So we got something to work on. I think we'll go quicker next time.
It's all about a consistent race, as you said. Yeah. The New Zealanders are known for being shorter races. So when you said they peaked on you early, it's a racing they're used to. Going into round 2 for your crew and yourself, you're confident that you can fix those small areas and show it to the New Zealanders?
Oh, I'd like to think so. We've had some good racing in Ocean Thunder and events like that. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to improve as the day goes on, I would think. Certainly that's why they picked us.
Yeah, and it's a great concept by Surf Life Saving Australia and working with the ASRL representing Australia. Great initiative.
Oh, absolutely wonderful, and it, you know, surf boats. Now there's something to aspire to, and I think you look at the Ironmen. They're on TV a lot, and they represent Surf Life Saving so well. It's like to think that the surf boats are good advocates for surf life saving as well.
Beautiful. We'll let Matty Collins go, winner of the round 1 for the Open Men. We'll let him get back to your seat and rest up, mate.
Thanks, cheers.
Back to you, Rod and Frankie Veltnam. Thanks, mate. Thanks.
Right there, guys. Thanks very much for that great interview. Got to say now, Rod, I think for those viewers that it's going to be a bit of an hour's gap for the next big international. We've got some other racing happening. Obviously, we start the rounds of the Open Men and Open Women. Yep. That's going to be real exciting too in the 2 areas, isn't there? There's some great crews going to come up.
Yeah, we've got 50 odd Open Women's crews, and there's 44, I think, Open Men, and they'll be weeded down today to 12 in each area, which will be 24 total, and they've got 5 races each coming up. So what a great day's racing, apart from our Trans-Tasman Test Series.
Oh, look, as I said, it's all going to happen down here, and I reckon to be honest, I think the surf's dropping a bit actually too, isn't it? Just a fraction here. I was just looking at that wind. That southerly's obviously bringing it down a bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit kinder today to us. It really did blow yesterday for the Masters, but it's just fantastic today, and there's just that little bubble to make it interesting, as we've seen in that Open Women's final there between Australia and New Zealand, and I think it's going to be a great afternoon.
Oh, look, I think, and look, the weather, it's pretty warm over here now, and I've got my sunscreen lotion on because you slip, slop, slap, and you've got to look after yourself, don't you?
Exactly right, and gee, the girls' crews are looking better than ever, aren't they? Some of them fantastic.
I got to tell you, there's some racing going on in the northern area. but obviously the viewers can't see that. And those viewers, this is the time to get a cup of coffee now, especially those ones in Europe. If you're up late, I'd say just get a quick cup of coffee and get back to it in about 15 minutes time or so. So we'll just keep going. There'll be a few intervals here along the line.
Don't miss any of the action.
Don't miss any of the action.
Live streaming from Shellharbour, Australia.
Just cutting in from earlier today now.
Down here live here at Shellharbour, we're not too far away from the Trans-Tasman competition, and I'm obviously the little one within the pack, but I'm standing next to Jordan and Trent, representing Australia and New Zealand here in the Trans-Tasman. Jordan, welcome to Shellharbour Beach. You must be honoured to be representing your country.
Yeah, cheers, mate. It's always an honour to represent your country, no matter what sport you're doing. Yeah.
Just tell us a bit about your crew. You do a lot of training, obviously, to represent New Zealand. What was the process to get the selection?
Yeah, well, we do a bit of training. We started training back in August, around then. Pretty much we had a couple of events, one in December and then one in early January. And we had a group of selectors who they had to choose who they thought were the best group, and they kind of, over the two events, ended up choosing us.
Yeah, and New Zealand bringing a strong team over this year?
Yeah, well, we rode last year together. We won New Zealand title, we won the long course title back home, and we came over to Aussies and we thought we did all right. So we've had a season under our belt, so we're looking to hopefully do the job today.
Beautiful. Trent, part of the Monaval team, they've always been strong in the club. Matty Collins at the helm, must be confident in his sweeping skills.
Yeah, he's been tested out this season already. We've had a good run of Ocean Thunder races in some big surf and in some small surf, and he's managed to hold it straight. So far so good.
And just talk about the conditions we had here today. 1.5 to 2 foot shore break. Does that suit your guys?
Yeah, look, I was really happy when I woke up this morning and saw that. I think it's going to be a really fair fight. There's a bit of a shory to watch out for, but once we get out the back, it's just going to be who's rowing cleanest and who's got the power.
Well, we wish you all the best, Trent, and Jordan, well done. We'll let you go. We're going to stay with you right now. We're going to move over here. We're not too far away from the coin toss between Australia and New Zealand, and we're going to try and get right into it. Donnie Cottrell, the event director, overseeing the toss. We're not too far away. We're just waiting for the toss. All right, we're down here at the beach. We're about to commence the toss between Australia and New Zealand. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Ready, fellas?
Hits.
Tails it is.
We'll take the south end, that end, please. Thank you.
Beautiful. So that was a toss of the coin to determine what area each crew would be in. Australia's in the south, New Zealand's in the north. It's back to you guys. Beautiful. Well, thank you very much for joining us here. We are live from Shellharbour for the Team Navy Australian Surf Rowers League Open, and it's amazing to have joining us here Commodore David Letts. Commodore, welcome David to the beach.
Thanks very much. It's great to be back here, and unlike last year, to actually be at Shellharbour as well.
Yeah, absolutely. For those who are unaware, last year we did have a move to Warilla Barrack Point, but this year we're fortunate enough to be staying here at Shellharbour. Now, the Royal Australian Navy have had a tremendous relationship with the surf boats for 8 years now.
That's right. We've been supporting the ASRL around the coast for 8 years, and it's a real great association for the Navy. We've enjoyed being able to assist surf rowers go about their business, and also we've had some who've decided to join the Navy as well, having seen a little bit about and understood a little bit about what Navy does.
Absolutely. We're always interested to hear what the Royal Australian Navy are up to, and can you just give us a bit of an insight into the last, say, 12 months or so of what's been going on with the Royal Australian Navy?
Okay, well, the Navy's as busy as ever operationally. We've constantly got a ship over in the Gulf supporting international efforts, and off the east coast of Africa as well, supporting international efforts there to deal with counter-terrorism, anti-piracy activity, and security, maritime security in that region. But I suppose a couple of other really big events for Navy, the commissioning of HMAS Adelaide and HMAS Canberra, our two large landing helicopter docks, sensational vessels that some of you might have seen. They look like aircraft carriers, and that's really a tremendous capability for Navy, because it's the next step along the line of working up a true amphibious capability, which means that when things go wrong in the region, the Navy, Army and Air Force are all much better equipped to cater and cope with those issues. So that's exciting. Coming down the line, we've got the air warfare destroyers well and truly underway, being built over in Adelaide. And we've also got, just down the coast from here at Nowra, we've got a new helicopter squadron that's come back from America, where they've been doing their workups. And so that's a really exciting capability for Navy as well, getting right back into the helicopter world.
Absolutely, covering a whole lot of different areas, which is wonderful to hear. You've been doing this for quite some time now personally. What's your favourite beach? I'll put that on the spot here that you've been to in the past. I didn't know that one was coming, but if you had to pick one beach, whether it was Surface or Stockton or one of the open venues, you have a favourite?
Look, we had a few really good years at Stockton, I must say, but similarly last year, and hopefully what happens here this year at Shellharbour, Wollongong a few years ago, of course, up there, some really some wet weather that caught us out there, great, and the season opening at Surfers that we've had most years, that's always a pretty special weekend as well. So that's a little bit of fence sitting, I'm afraid there, Aaron, but they've all been great in their own ways. This one, look, I think Shellharbour, the venue here, is really something special, and as I said earlier, so pleased that we're able to stay here weekend. Fingers crossed that everything's good.
To touch around, yeah, you're exactly right.
Fingers crossed, but no, they've all been tremendous. Not only the surf life saving clubs themselves, where the event's being held, but also the local community, the way they get behind it, and the people, the interstate visitors as well. It's really makes for a tremendous carnival weekend.
Absolutely. Commodore David lets me know you have a very busy schedule. We do thank you for your time for joining us, and we hope you're enjoying the coverage at home. We'll flick to a couple of commercials now. We'll be back shortly with some live action. Over 350 crews from all around Australia have been competing at their local carnivals to gain tokens into the draw to win a brand new surf boat to the value of over $30,000. Just like this one here that was won by Morty Alec in 2013 as part of the Designer Surf Boat competition. That draw will be done today here at the Australian Surf Rowers League Open at 12 o'clock. So make sure you grab your family and friends to get on the live stream. You never know, it might be your club that takes home this brand new surf boat thanks to Team Navy and the Australian Surf Rowers League. Please hold it there. Tell us when. Who is representing Australia here today from the Torquay Surf Life Saving Club. Sonia, congratulations on the win first up. Pretty good row by the crew.
We were really happy with that. The key was to take it one stroke at a time and really get as much distance per stroke as possible in those conditions. And we really nailed the start, and we were very hungry to win that first race, to get the runs on the board, so to speak. So yeah, good start.
Beautiful conditions here. It's got about a 2-foot shore break. Does that suit your crew? And if so, how so? Or if it doesn't work, just let us know how this works for your crew.
Well, we're predominantly a still water crew with background, but we like to think we handle whatever nature throws our way. So the key is get locked on first stroke and row whatever you can. And if you're getting hit by something, well, the key is to get the boat over as quick as possible and extend any lead that you've got. So yeah, we're pretty happy with that. Compared to yesterday, it was bouncy as. So it's all about the start, though, clearly today.
Beautiful. Tell us about the sweep, Scott Tannehill. I'm just looking over your shoulder now, and he's about to start another race with his under-19s. He's obviously got a busy program this weekend.
He's a very busy man, but I think he likes it that way. What does he do when he sits around? I don't know. I don't think he likes to do that at all. So better to keep
clean the kitchen.
Better to keep the man busy. So we just make sure we tell him to relax, so that when it's hands on the boat, mind on the job, and he's a very experienced sweep.
You've obviously rowed for Stillwater and surfboat rowing for a long time. What does this rank in terms of what it means to you to represent Australia this weekend?
It's been a fantastic experience, and one which caught us a bit by surprise as a newly formed crew. We've loved every moment. It was a fantastic event with Michael Clark presenting us with our blazers yesterday, and something that I'll never forget. So yeah, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity in surf boat, and to be able to do that, it's great.
Beautiful. We'll let you get off your legs. Thank you very much for joining us here on the live stream.
Thank you.
Can you just say your full name and club again?
Sonia Heath, Torquay Surf Life.
I have a message from the course managers. The rubber ducks are at present picking up the gate cans in the northern area, and they're going to drag them down south for the short course test, and they would like all crews.
Just currently a meeting going on here with all the team management and sweeps ahead of the second round with Chief Referee Mick Lang.
I hope they can hear me down there, but I don't know if they can. It's a call from the course managers. They are going to move the gate cans from the northern area and drag them down and wait for the short course test between Australia and New Zealand in the southern part of the area. So we'll end up with 3 sets of gates, I think, or 2 sets of gates down this end. That's going to happen very shortly, so try and get out of the way of the guys.
Anyone want to have a quick chat? Oh no, George is ready. George has done enough. Quick! Yeah, we're about to interview now. Your name, mate?
Tim Marston.
Yep.
April 23 sweep.
Okay, we're joined here now live at the New Zealand tent with Tim Marston, the sweep of the under-23 men. Welcome here to under-23 ladies. Well, there you go, we're half right, but welcome to Shellharbour, mate. You enjoying your time so far?
Yeah, it's been really fun and a great event to be involved in.
So you're with the Tatahi Bay Club, correct me if I'm wrong. Just tell me a bit about the club back in New Zealand, your history in surf boats and how you get involved with the local community.
Oh, very, very strong history in surf boats. We've been involved in surf boats since probably the 50s, I think, and been one of the top crews ever since, all the way through the years. As far as the community goes, we've got a very strong presence from local people within the club, so yeah.
Beautiful, fantastic. Now the program this weekend's quite busy. You're also rowing in the racing tomorrow as well?
Yeah, that's right. So today we're just doing the international segment of the racing, and then tomorrow we jump straight into the knockout rounds of the under-23 ladies.
Yeah, so it's a busy program. We've got Tim here from the under-23 women. You've had one race so far. Do you know what you can do to improve to maybe gain on the Maroochydore team right next to you?
Yeah, we had a bad start, so the girls getting in and then me getting in wasn't so great. We can improve on that. I think we'll be there or thereabouts if we nail that and row as we did in the last one.
Beautiful, thank you very much, Tim, for your time. That's it here from the New Zealand tent. We're not too far away from live racing round 2.
Down in the southern area, we have the crews lined up for round 5, heat 2 of the under 19s. We've got Wanda Navy, Wanda Blue, Torquay Pirates, North Cronulla Purge and Coolin Beach Active Heat. 5 boats, 1 to be eliminated. 4 to go through. Siren goes. Siren goes, these crews get off the beach. And if we look out to sea, the duckies are moving the cans along, so this will be interesting. Hey Tom, can I run? You certainly can. Otherwise, better down your equipment.
Give me 5 seconds. You're the...
Yes, it was. There's a race in Wellington, and we won that one, and also back in Wangwata, the Big C, so we won that well there.
Beautiful. And just talk a bit about your crew. You've had 1 race so far. Is there any improvements that you have to make for the next race to hopefully catch up to those Australians?
Yeah, well, we've got everything right now, so hopefully in the short course we should be able to get a good start and away we go.
Beautiful. It's a great 3-day event here, being the ASRL Open, and you're also competing tomorrow. What do you think about the event here so far?
Oh, I think it's great. I've been here many times before, and I like these boat arenas, and really thoroughly enjoy seeing the boat racing. It's quite different, very different to our sea at home. It's a short break, but we got to get to that.
Yeah.
And that's just part of every beach is different.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for that. We're down here at the New Zealand tent. We'll cross back to you. Can you just quick...
He's going to row for Australia. You didn't say, well look, it's too far. You just jumped in the car and down you came, eh? Wish you the very best of your racing in the forthcoming carnival. He's got to go now. He's the Australian manager here looking for you. So good luck, mate.
Good luck to you, John, and great support. Good on you, mate.
just seen the Heat 2 of the under-19s, round 5.
Well, here's our short course moving into position. Coming up. Being dragged up by the duck. It is short, isn't it?
Aaron, what have you seen around 2 races today? Oh, shit.
Yep, can do.
Second test series, the short course race for...
Come a bit closer, we'll get amongst the...
We're just going to and as I said earlier, the Kiwis have been rowing short course. They have short course championships in their nationals, and they're quite used to rowing a short course. Short course racing is quite new to us. I'd say a lot will come down to the start. I reckon that'll do it.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us. We're back live on Shellharbour Beach. We're about to start round 2 of the Trans-Tasman competition between Australia and New Zealand. Australia won the first races in round 1, winning the open men, open women, under 23 men and under 23 women. And round 2 is a short course, so what it is, it's about halfway out of what the normal racing is, at 400 metres out and 400 metres in. So it's nice, short and sharp, and I can predict that's what the New Zealanders like. That's the racing they're more used to, and it's going to be exciting stuff. We're about 5 minutes away, and we'll be joining you with Rod and Frank shortly for the live call.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for that, Aaron. Yeah, we're just awaiting, 5 minutes away. If you look out the ocean, you can see a few crews warming up. They're looking at their open racing straight after the next test. So it all starts with the big boys. You got the open men, open women, and we're looking forward to some real exciting racing this afternoon. Conditions on the water at the moment are really stable. There's a bit of a swell running in the northern area, and it's been pretty hotly contested down there. In the southern area, it's not as big, but every now and then a few sets step up, and we can see a little bit of carnage. We don't like seeing all carnage. I know viewers on the TV and all that love it, but from a sweeps point of view, from a crew's point of view, it's not pleasant sometimes getting smacked about. But look, everything is in line. We've got a good crowd on the beach. After the first round that we had, it was really exciting. Australia go into this one 4-0, but I'm sure in this short course stuff, as Aaron said, I'm sure it's going to be different. The New Zealanders just got to get used to that start, and away they go. They've got a very strong cruise. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see going around, there's a bit of movement with boats. We're just going to go off the air for a little bit, and then what I'll do is I'll come back just shortly before we start again. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back just for the start of the next series. On the start again will be the same as what it was the last. The under-23 girls will go first, and then followed by the under-23 boys. As you can see from down here, we've got the Maroochydore crew down here, and we've got the New Zealanders. New Zealanders are on the right-hand side, probably alley 4, and in alley 3 we have the girls from Maroochydore. Alongside of them will be the boys, and then we have the New Zealand team again, and in the last alley we have the boys from Avalon in representing Australia in alley 1. So we're ready to go, just waiting for the check starter to put his flag up, so that allows the start. Here goes, the check starter's up, it's up in the air now, it's ready to go. We're just awaiting the start. There's a couple of little lumps coming through. You can see what's happening there. Nearly set. Our starter's not happy at the moment. He's just waiting. Should be an opportunity pretty soon. Here he goes. Got the flag up. Here they go. Big start by both crews. Oh, Maroochydore got a bit smacked there. The sweep's lost his sweep. Well, this gives the New Zealanders a good start. They're flying out there now. Look at them go. They're really driving off their seats and pushing through. Oh, wow. They're making up for that first race. They've decided to go out to 2 to 3 lengths in front already. They're flying. Well, this is a reform reversal from the first one. God, they're making up for it now as they head through the gate cans. Don't forget, this is a shorter race. So they'll come through to the second cans and then they'll do a turn. So the Australians have got the job ahead, I've got to tell you this. And in the other race, we're ready for the under-23 men's. Here we go. They're ready to go too. I'll try and keep an eye on the other ones. I've got my famous offset Rod back. He's a bit of a slow bloke getting up there, Rod.
Yeah, gee, you come around quick, Frank, but oh, mate, they got away well again, didn't they, the girls?
Oh, well, what about the New Zealanders? Just about ready for the start here. Here we go. Go, there, oh, look at a little set outside. This is going to test the boys. Here we go, a bit of a smacker. Oh, no, again, New Zealand are off. Oh, they've withdrawn, they've drawn it back. Oh, wow-wee.
Well, they did cop a bit of water there, didn't they, the Kiwis, and a good decision there by the starter.
Right, it wasn't the Kiwis that copped, it was us Australians, mate. I think our starter was a very good man to call it back.
We're on the left-hand side? Okay. The Kiwis copped a little bit of water too, by the way.
Kiwis were flogging them there a while ago. What's happening out there? Here we go in the water, here they come. They're coming home now. New Zealand. Oh, the Australians are caught back up. They're back in town. Here they come through the gate cans. Oh, a bit of a swell behind, and that's it. Here it comes. Oh, the Australians going to get it.
It's actually a good swell here, Frank, and both crews could end up on the one wave here. You got the
New Zealand's in front. Here they go. They're both coming to the line now. Oh, God, this is going to be close because here comes Australia. They're on the same wave. Will the sweep hold it? That's the big one. Oh, yes, he has. And they're rowing to the line. Oh, my God, the girl in the crew fell over. I don't know.
I believe that one of the line judges, and they're up there right on the stands.
No
They've
idea
got
about that one.
the best possible spot there, the line judges, and the best possible technology. Well, I think the Kiwis might have just pinched that one.
Well, after their start there, Rod, they were flying, mate. They were flying.
Well, they needed to. And we're just going to replay that race finish for you, just to show you just how close that was. So here goes on the replay. 2 boats coming in. And there's just nothing in it, Frank. Nothing in it at all, mate.
I know I've got aged eyes, but I've got to tell you, whoever can pick that one's a good person.
Yeah, I think just looking from this angle, it might just be the Kiwis.
New Zealand, yeah.
Might just be the Kiwis, just a smidgen. Anyway, the line judges and decision will be final. Now, here's the restart of the under-23 men.
A lot of pressure on the starters in these races, isn't it?
Over to Aaron now on the beach for the start of the 23 men.
Right.
Oh, look at that finish. Right on the line there. Right on the line. You can see the Kiwis crossing first there.
Kiwis.
Fantastic. A half a boat length it shows now.
That technology is fantastic. You
that is
picked
brilliant.
It,
no, you wouldn't have picked it, but there it is on the screen.
Well,
and
in the meantime, Rod, the other boys are out there already, and I'll tell you what, the Australians got away to a better start this time.
They did, but gee, the Kiwis have vastly improved in this short course racing, and they just knocked off the first one, the 23 women, and they're doing pretty well here, Frank.
Yeah, I hear they go into their turn. They're doing a wide turn. That's one thing I see. They're a lot wider than the Australians. Australians going in now, yeah, they're a hell of a lot wider. But here come Australia now around the corner. New Zealand are away. Australia got about 2 or 3 strokes on them in the turn.
Oh, good turn by Australia. They were on a sixpence. They just flicked them round, and they're heading for home. And I think Australia might have just picked up a little lead out of that turn.
They're pulling away now, mate. Again, this is the same as the first race. Look at this. I think the Kiwis have got to go a little bit harder out of the cans, mate.
Yeah, they seem to really angle in, don't they? Take 2 or 3 more strokes around.
Yeah.
And look at this technology on live here of the Australian crew. They're just working hard there for their wave. Working hard. You can see the sweep. That's what's happening. He's turning around to look for the wave, turning his head around. Of course, he's got that helmet can on his head.
I think the sweep's
there's the wave for him now. There's the wave for him. You'll be straight ahead now. You'll see them, the water under the gunwale of the boat. And the Australian team are home here, Frank. They'll take the honours here in this second race, the under-23 development male.
Yeah, they've done well, mate. They've done well. Look, the Kiwis, I mean, they were a bit slow out of the cans, but I'll tell you what, they haven't lost by much.
No, they're just there behind. They're just behind. Remember, it's a short course race, so not too much in it at all.
Great bit of racing there, and things are looking good for the next big one, mate. The one's coming up here after the first round, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, 1-1 in that first race of the second round, and now the Open Ladies crews are coming into to the camera view. And it won't be too long before we see the Open Ladies off and then the Open Men. Geez, terrific atmosphere here.
Oh, can't believe it. The tide's going out a bit, which is quite interesting. It's going to make the starts a little bit more punchier on the start, so they've got to get off the beach real quick.
Really like a carnival atmosphere, the music in the background, the rowers are really enjoying this, and gee, I've never seen so many spectators.
No, it's just amazing at the moment. As I said, you just feel it's a feel, but I think Aaron's on the beach there now, so we might cross to him.
Over to Aaron.
Thanks very much. We're here with Andrew from the victorious Australian development team from round 2, mate. I've got you on the spot. You're probably huffing and puffing, but congratulations. Short racing, do you like it that way?
Oh, it's certainly quick. It's good.
Yeah, bit of a false. We had a false start then for the first time. Did that throw you off, or you guys just kept composed?
Yeah, kept composed. Happens a little bit. But
yeah. So just talk us about now. You've obviously. What do you do now for the next half an hour with a bit of a rest? Do you stay off your feet, or do you stay up and about? Every rower's kind of different in what they do with a break in between racing.
Yeah, usually go for a bit of like a warm down jog, and then get back, get some food and sugars and water and stuff in, and sit down and have a rest.
You're excited for round 3. Of course, there's 1 round to go. Pretty excited to be part of this an amazing initiative thanks to Surf Lifesaving. Meeting some new people from other teams as well.
Yeah. We had dinner with the boys and the girls last night, and a great bunch of people. So yeah.
Beautiful. All right, mate. Well, you're huffing and puffing. We'll let you go, boys. Rod, Frank, it's back to you up at the top.
About the Czech starter's got the flag up for the girls. On the in alley 4 in the blue and white boat we have the New Zealanders, and the Torquay boat, of course, you'd know that one very well. It is the Australian team. Here they go, they're away. Oh, a bit of a swell outside too again.
Well, they got in better this time than New Zealanders. In the first round, one of the girls fell in the boat, so it's a better start by them as they crash through that first little wave. Another little wave building behind them. I don't think it'll worry these girls, Frank.
Geez, Torquay are gone flying out again in Australia. Look at that.
They just jumped them again. Wow.
Yeah, they're rowing pretty well, and remember it's only a short course, so they've opened up a pretty handy lead early here, and oh gee, I think they've probably got a boat length on them already, Frank.
Oh mate, they've taken off. I think Scotty said, look, this is the one, we've got to do it now.
Yeah.
We've got to go now.
Yeah. A little bit of wind picking up there.
took the paper away.
I think Frank's lost his can of Coke.
Yeah. Anyway, back to it, what we said. Hello, more wind coming. Can't have that. But we're going now. They're coming into the turning cans now. We've got the start of the men's. This should be an absolute ripper. The start should take off. Got the cameras in there, onboard cameras. Here they go, they're away. Our Kiwis a bit better this time as well. Oh, look at Motorboat just got smacked by a little one. And here they go. Through the break. Oh, it's much better. Oh, this is going to be close, Rod. This is going to be close.
Yeah, this is a beauty. The girls have turned, and it's an Australian crew around a boat length ahead of the New Zealanders, while the men are ploughing out to sea. They're coming up. They're going to just crash through their gate cans.
Amazing. So the girls are now trying to find a runner out there. I think New Zealand need a big runner now, don't they?
Yeah, look, this is a pretty convincing one for
the
Australian girls. There's their wave now. They're going for their wave on the screen, Frank.
Oh, right.
And they're a fair bit ahead now this time.
Oh, yeah, they're blitzing it now, mate. They're blitzing it. Yeah. But I tell you what, here we go into the cans and the men's. I tell you what, Australia in first. New Zealand just behind. Look, this is a great race. But again, Australia out in the cans first. They've taken the first two strokes, and here comes across the line the Australians. And here come the Kiwis. Look, the Kiwis caught up a little bit there in the end. But
just a little bit, but gee, they're moving pretty fast. It didn't take them long to get out to that first part of the course, and they're around the cans pretty quickly. But Australia just that little bit ahead, Frank.
I tell you what, mate, out at the sea, you've got the New Zealanders coming back at the Australians. They're really trying, but Mona Vale under Matty Collins, he's calling them up. Here they come. Oh, New Zealand have just got ahead of them a little bit. Here comes the wave. Here comes the wave. This is going to be it. This is going to be exciting. Oh, here we go, down the wave. Here they come. Here they come. Right, the Kiwis are on. There's not much for the Mona Vale boys. Look at this. Here they come. They're going to row to the line.
Look on our new finish line. It's right on the finish line, mate.
Look at this. It's going to go. It's going to go. Oh, my God.
New Zealand have got that. If you're watching the finish line, you would see that New Zealand just got across the line there. What a great race indeed that was.
Well, that's what the sport's all about, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Gee, they give us a tussle then. I thought they had us.
Well, this is what the sport's all about. You can be a little bit behind. Swell comes up behind. If you get onto it, you're in the hunt.
Now let's watch that again and just see how close New Zealand really got. They may have even pinched it, Frank.
Well, that'll make for an exciting last round, won't it? There.
Oh.
It's coming up soon. But I tell you what, that's the sort of standard of racing we love, isn't it?
Oh, fantastic! You can see the New Zealand boat there. And I think they might have pinched that one in the open men.
Well, I've got to say, thank God for this new technology we're running at the moment, because it's going to make it a whole lot simpler. We'll be arguing for the next 3 hours. Here's the finish now.
Here's the finish now. New Zealand on the inside, Australia on the outside, and it clearly shows, Frank, that New Zealand did win that race.
And it's amazing, isn't it? From the eyesight that we had, it was closer than that, but when you see the technology, it's amazing. Fantastic, isn't it?
So we'll wait for the official result, but to me it looks like New Zealand have won the men there in that short course racing.
Yeah, it's very good there, and I've got to say, it just makes it so much simpler to see the results, and it's just great final now. We've got to see who's going to get off in the final there.
Well, yeah, we'll certainly wait for our points, but that was a tremendous second test series for New Zealand.
Well, I think what the difference was is they got a bit of a bad start in the first one.
Yep.
This short course really suits them. They're big lumps of lads, can pull big puddles, and they just showed it in that race.
Yeah, they need to get away well, and they certainly did there. And gee, it's not all over. It's not all over by any means. You can just see that lovely wave in the background there by that crew down in the north area. back into their seats now, and good photography there. All the crews.
Yeah, this is amazing technology, isn't it? You can go out in a training, you can go out in a race, you can have your cameras on, you can test your crews. I mean, in the old days, you used to have blokes with Super 8s taking film. If you go back to the house and re-watch it, and then now they just get off the beach and get in front of the little GoPro and go, oh, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And it gives them a great little feel for it, doesn't it?
Well, we've got the lot here. We really have, haven't we? You know, look at that boat now. Pumps running there. The young crew from Coolum Beach. Great photography. Look, just punching through the wave. A young girls' crew there, and they're right over in the north area. And good rowing indeed.
Yeah. So it's.
Now there's another replay there.
Oh, have a look at that.
And this is from the other end, the other angle. So there's the New Zealand boat coming across in first place, and the Australian boat, the Mona Vale boat, you can see the bull on the head.
It's a lot further than you think, isn't it?
So they've won it by a good 3/4 of a boat length there, the New Zealanders. Taking out that.
And this is what it's going to take all the fights out of the people on the line. Oh, that guy, crew, and it must help the line judges.
Yeah. Just had our national president Graham Ford over for a look at the new technology, and
he loves it, doesn't he?
It's fantastic. He does love it.
Oh, he loves
what
it.
A great job he does.
Yeah, and as I say, here comes another little crew coming down the wave there, over there in the northern area again. Geez, they're getting some good runs out of that northern area.
Yeah.
They're sitting there. That's North Cottesloe, all the way from Western Australia. Fantastic club over the years. They had a giant of a crew a few years ago, won 4 Australian titles, absolutely unstoppable in that era, weren't they?
Cottesloe J.
North Cott J.
North
Don't say
Cott
Cott,
J.
mate.
North Cott.
No.
Yeah, you're an old Western Australian sand groper, so I've got to be a little bit careful there, but certainly the North Cottesloe J crew. A great crew from many eras ago, and still a lot of good crews from North Cott. They did have 5 crews in their interstate teams, which is a fantastic effort.
Yeah, it seems to me that some of the clubs are really getting stronger and stronger. Look, Aaron, I think, on the beach wants to have a little chat with someone.
We're going
so
to
we'll let him
to
go
Aaron.
there.
Okay.
The Manly Lifesaving Club, and he's trialling for the first time our new technology. It's a new GoPro. It's live streamed around the world. It's exciting stuff from the ASRL.
Yeah, we'll give it a go. It'd be great to get out to the world to see what we do. No audio though, thank God. It's
the only thing we tell the sweep, no audio, but it's the first time that it's been live streamed from the GoPro. We just used it before with Matty Brooks, Matt Collins, and a couple of other sweeps. But you're lucky this is your own helmet though, so it's good to see.
Yeah, I enjoy having my own helmet. Usually when we give them one on other days, they're a bit uncomfortable. But yeah, if anyone wants to use this one, they can have a go of it. Hopefully get some good footage.
Perfect. Just take us through what your program is individually for this weekend. You're just behind us here with the Palm Beach girls helping them out. Do we have any Manly rowers up here?
Yeah, I was moving our Manly reserve crew yesterday, and we had a great day actually. I've been sharing myself around a bit. I spent the Mona Vale Colts yesterday as well, and then in the interstate last night, Coxie, the crew from Palm Beach, hurt himself, so I'm just helping out and going to sweep the Palm Beach girls today.
Good on you. We love the work that you do on the Australian Surf Rowers League on the committee. Boys, thank you very much. We'll throw it back to you, Frankie and Rod Costa. Thanks, mate.
No. Aaron, I've got a special guest here with me today.
Good work, mate.
It's one of the best announcers in the league. It's Steve Gray, all the way from Tasmania. Welcome to live stream, Steve.
Mate, this is amazing, isn't it? I'm not right up with the technology these days, but I can tell you what, it looks pretty good to me, mate.
So how's it going up in the old commentary team box up there, mate?
Mate, it makes this a little bit, looks a bit untidy, looks old-fashioned, mate. We're up there calling the race. We've got a pretty good view, and things are happening up there. All in all, it's a great thing. And as I said, getting back to the screen, as you said when we had the briefing, it's just amazing stuff. It's good.
Well, if you'd seen the result of that last race, you've got to say that you thought that Mona Vale or the Australian team were on the line with the New Zealanders, but the technology just showed they were 3/4 of a boat in front. It's amazing that your visual eye would pick up, it's that close. But anyway, mate, we're going to go across the ad. Thanks for coming down to the real world. And
my pleasure, mate.
And we'll look forward to seeing you again, mate.
Good on you. Thank you.
New surf boat to the value of over $30,000. Just like this one here that was won by Morty Alec in 2013 as part of the Designer Surf Boat competition. That draw will be done today here at the Australian Surf Rowers League Open at 12 o'clock. So make sure you grab your family and friends to get on the live stream. You never know, it might be your club that takes home this brand new surf boat thanks to Team Navy and the Australian Surf Rowers League. Over 350 crews from all around Australia have been competing at their local carnivals to gain tokens into the draw to win a brand new surf boat to the value of over $30,000. Just like this one here that was won by Morty Alec in 2013 as part of the Designer Surf Boat competition. That draw will be done today here at the Australian Surf Rowers League Open at 12 o'clock. So make sure you grab your family and friends to get on the live stream. You never know, it might be your club that takes home this brand new surf boat thanks to Team Navy and the Australian Surf Rowers League.
Right, we're back on air. We just had Steve Gray while you walked away there. Steve's been around for years doing commentary. He's a fantastic commentator. Him and Griffo and Zombie and all that, been a real team over the years. But he was amazed by this technology that we're running down here.
Yeah, it certainly is different, Frank. And you know, he's used to be an old-time style up on the balcony on the microphone, and they have a lot of fun up there. But this is state-of-the-art stuff here. Look at this rowing now on the screen, where you just get a fantastic view of the helmet can. And this is our Open Women now. We're into our Open Women's program, and look at that great view of those four girls in the green inner boat there.
Well, look, it's big Nathan Perry out there, mate, sweeping them too. You know, what a colossal sweep he is. Builds a bloody good boat too, I've got to tell you that.
N.R. Perry, yeah, give him a plug. He does a great job. And that looked like the Palm Beach crew.
Yeah, he's sweeping the Palmy. That's the flexibility, because they've had a few issues with fitness of one of their sweeps. And the ASRL being, you know, it's not going to limit or hamstring the crew because something's gone wrong. They're helping out. It's a great thing to do.
Yeah, well, Nathan, of course, had his own bad luck up at Manly a couple of weeks ago in that monster of a wave that engulfed his boat. Virtually got himself in a surf boat in a tube, and a couple of injuries there. Very unfortunate for his crew, the Manly crew. But anyway, Nathan's back there and helping out Palm Beach. So as you say, fantastic.
I've got to tell you that I've got a photo of that one in the green room, and I've printed him out a lovely little wall-mounted poster for him, mate. He's going to enjoy it. I'm presenting it to him tonight.
Oh, we'll look forward to that.
In the green room, mate. In the
green room. Fantastic.
So
well,
anyway,
he's in the green boat now, isn't he, at Palm Beach?
And they're growing pretty well, aren't they?
Yeah, you can just see him up in the little insert up the top there, and they're going along pretty well indeed. As the girls all head for home.
Here they come now for home. Actually, it's a fairly close race, this one. This is the first round of the Open Women too, by the way, for those that are not knowing what's going on. And we're just coming home now. It's a bit difficult. It's a bit hazy out there on the horizon there, and the wind's starting to pick up a little bit. This is going to be an interesting afternoon, you know.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to blow like yesterday. We've got a southerly wind today. Yesterday we had an onshore wind, more of an easterly, so conditions a little climber. As these girls, as they head for home now, they're not too far from their gate cans, and this is our first round of 5 for Open Women. They're going to get 5 rows today, these girls.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Like yesterday, everyone got 5 rows.
Yep.
And they've got to go home and say, well, at least we had a fair go at it, didn't we?
And we had a great time at the lovely Shellharbour. Oh, what a fantastic venue
Here they
it is.
come through the gate cans now. The first crew leading now would be, I think it's the crew, well, Manly are right in, sorry, not Manly, Palm Beach.
Well, you think was Nathan sweeping, it's Manly, but it's Palm Beach here in the green caps. And they're the leaders, and that's N.R. Perry up the back there.
No, they're not actually. They're not actually. This crew coming through here, unfortunately, it's Columban, I think.
Oh, from Queensland.
Yeah,
a little bit hard to see them with the corner of the tent there, but there's Palm Beach now in the green boat in second place.
Anyway, here they come through. And here comes the Palmy onto a wave there. Look at that. Nathan loves a bit of surf too, doesn't he?
Well, he's a big hunk of a thing.
Well, we've got Mona Vale coming through as well down here. So I would say the first three, Currumbin, and a toss between Mona Vale and Palmy, and then a couple of other crews coming up the rear end.
Strikers and the Lura McMain.
Right. Well, we're back again, Frank, here, and I can see in the water, and it's on the screen here, round 2 of the Open Women here at Shellharbour Beach in the north area. South area we're in.
Yeah, I must apologise to the viewers that we can't give a full description of the cruise. We don't actually, because we're filling in between the internationals, we haven't got the draws and all that up here, but we'll try and do the best we can. On the left-hand side, we've got Bilgola, then I don't know, and then I've got North Cronulla, we've got Queenscliff, I think another North Cronulla crew, and down in front we have, that's all it, I know, down in front here, I'm not too sure, we're just being given a program I think coming up. But anyway, Rod, we'll get through this. It's a tough gig, isn't it, like this?
Well, it is a bit of a tough gig, Frank, but we'll work our way through it. Look at that big one coming on their nose.
Yeah, starter could have gone there, couldn't he, Rod?
Oh, gee, that would have been a real good start, wouldn't it?
I bet your live stream would have loved it, wouldn't they?
Well, we did see a false start in the international test series in the 23s, so we don't want too many of them. The starter just waiting there. He's got the check starter with his flag up. He's lined them all up, and look, it looks a little bit better now, and we might get a start here, Frank.
Might do. Look at these ones. The little pounders coming through still there, Rod. A couple of little.
Yeah, it certainly sorts them out. Round 2 we've got here of the Open Women. Sweep just trying to keep their boat straight. Now the amber light's flashing.
Oh, he's done it already.
Away they go. Away they go. They're going to get a little bump here. Shouldn't worry them too much, Frank.
No. Oh, the North Cronulla crew down here have copped a big one. And the Sweeps just missed out getting into the boat, so they're in trouble. They're in deep trouble now.
Well, it's really enough to cost them the race. And bad luck for that crew. But the ones that are away well are on the left-hand side, Bilgola, as you called it. And then an unknown one, I think it could be Caves or something along those lines.
And then we've North Cronulla, isn't it?
North Cronulla for sure there. And then Queenscliff.
Oh, yeah. They're always good crews out of Queensy, aren't they?
Yes, yes. Funny the crew there. I was calling yesterday and they were calling that crew Queenscliff
I like him best.
This is why you pay me the big bucks, gentlemen.
Oh, right.
Goal of Benny's, Currumbin Chaos, North Cronulla Ninjas, Queenscliff all but on something. North Cronulla Yuppies and the Maroochydore mix. There you go.
See, Aaron, you are the technology king for us.
right.
We're just the paper men.
Aaron's just got it off the ASRL app, and I just remembered I had my phone in my pocket. I could have just looked at the app and solved the problem. Technology is here. But what's that Queenscliff crew's name?
This is how it cuts off. All but on.
All but on.
And obviously they haven't put the Excel spreadsheet a little bit further to finish it off.
Well, I don't know where they get their crew names from, but the other lady's crew is called Queenscliff I Like Him Best.
Form a line.
How are we going out? Aaron, can you give us an update of where we are?
I'd love to, but more importantly, in about 5 minutes' time, we're going to be drawing the winner surf boat on behalf of the Australian Surf Rowers League and also the support from Team Navy. Who's going to take it home? All the clubs that have entered the Navy Series are in the draw.
Wouldn't you love to see it go to a club in need, a club with that needs some equipment? But of course, all the big clubs, the more crews you've got, the more tokens you'll have in there. The more Navy events you've attended throughout this season,
exactly right.
And there's been plenty of them all over Australia. The more tokens you'll have, and a fantastic prize there, $30,000 worth.
Good. Jeez, it's pretty good.
Right, you can just see Chris is walking across. He's setting it up now. We're about 5 minutes away from that live draw. And we'll have that beamed all around the world shortly. I'm going to get up and help him with his laptop.
I think you better get up and adjudicate, Aaron. Would be the go.
I think at the moment
We'll hold the fort here.
we'll hold the fort. I think we've got the middle crews here over here on the left-hand side coming home. We've certainly got North Cronulla look as though they're just onto a runner there. They're coming home really good. And then I just looking over to the far right-hand side in alley. In alley one, you've got Bill Gola. They look a little bit out of it. Alley 2 is the Currumbin crew. They're a little bit out of it, but I think North Cronulla coming through the gate cans now. We have North Cronulla, and then we have a crew here on alley 6 coming through now. I don't know the name of the crew, unfortunately, viewers, but they're also in the mix. I think more people are interested in the live broadcast of the surf boat. And here they come into the beach zone now. A little bubble there for Currumbin coming through, and North Cronulla. And the crew over here on the Maroochydore coming through, and there we go. So that's a very tight finish again. But this is only a round, so it's one round, so first, second and third generally pretty happy with this sort of level. But we're just going to get ready for the draw, and the conditions are changing a bit, right?
Yeah, the wind certainly got up a bit now, Frank, and making it a little more difficult for these crews, but the surf's still pretty placid. And
from the Gold Coast and the Lawn Edge from the Great Ocean Roads, Victoria.
Oh, here we go with a replay of that race. Well, North Cronulla. Here we go to the line. Oh my God, look at that. How good is this technology? I can't pick between Maroochydore and I think it's North Cronulla and the crew over on the other side of him, which was Currumbin. But that technology is just unbelievable. Yeah, we're just slowing it down again. Good Lord, who could pick that? It just looks by Maroochydore, just by a little.
Maroochydore Mint.
Yep.
And the North Cronulla Cats.
Yep, but look at that. So Maroochydore did do well. It's just the run they got off that wave. But anyway, they're in the starters' hands for the second round. In this one, we have Corrimal from down to this coast here. We have Maroya, same coast. Bateman's Bay, same coast. Maroochydore and Palm Beach.
Hold on, the Palm Beach Patriots.
The Palm Beach Patriots.
They're the ones, Frank. Corrimal Black in one, Moruya Vikings. Very, very popular crews, those Moruya Viking crews.
Matt Gardner still rowing for them?
Bateman's Bay Thunderbirds, Maroochydore Amateurs and Palm Beach Patriots. I'm not sure.
Nat left Bilgola and moved to Canberra. She got married in Canberra and she rode for Maroya over the last few years. I don't know if she's still a fantastic person. Made a Hall of Fame today.
Yeah.
Fantastic, isn't it, for the sport?
Oh, yes.
They're off again now, Rod.
Yeah, it's a good start there by the crew in the centre there. That's the Bateman's Bay crew, the Thunderbirds. They've got away really well indeed.
Palmy's going well too, mate, on the other side. And also Moruya. Two crews dragging a little bit of Corrimal. And there in the middle is Maroochydore. But they're looking all right there at the moment, these crews. Are all going out to sea. There's not much in it at all, but we've got a bit of a race on our hand. We'll just go over in the northern area, which is where you can't see. There's another race going on there. So it's all happening here at Shellharbour.
Yeah, look, it's a fantastic site there over in the northern area. See those boats coming in with all the houses in the background, and we're just watching on screen here. We're watching our crews just going through their gate cans. You can see the black can there. That's what they call their gate can. And on their way home, the sweep must have that can on his right-hand side of the boat.
Yep.
You can see the green and white one next to that, then the blue and white one. They're their turning cans that they're allocated in their alleys, and when they come home they must have that gate can on their right-hand side. Now this keeps the crews in their respective alleys and saves what could be some pretty bad stacks.
Well, I've seen them in the past there, mate. I've been involved with a few of them, so yeah, it's been a great, again, it's just one of those initiatives that people start thinking safety, and that's what we're all about, safety, safety, safety.
So we can see the crews now coming up to their turning cans, and it's the crew on the far right-hand side just going round in front, and that's the crew from Palm Beach. That's the Palm Beach Patriots, swept by Peter Spence, and pretty good crew, them girls. They represented the New South Wales state team yesterday, and they did pretty well there indeed. Look at that shot there. Look at that shot, Frank. Right,
magnificent.
Zoom right in on those crews as they head for home.
And they're heading for home. I mean, it's just amazing what's going on out here, but it's they're coming home, and I say that Palmy's still in front. Unfortunately, Corrimal look a bit out of it at the moment, but the rest of the crew are into the shot. All you need is a swell, isn't it? All you need is a wave.
All they need is a little bubble. They pop onto a bubble and anything can happen. You can just see behind him now, Frank, you can just see those little waves building.
They're building.
We might see something here. They're a little bit too far out though, these crews. A little bit too far out to catch them, but certainly the waves are there. Oh, look at that for a shot. Oh. Live streaming here we are from Shellharbour.
And you can see the result of this gate cans, the difference in here, keeping the boats apart. You can see in a big swell. Look at these crews coming down, they're trying for it. As this crew behind over here.
Palm Beach Patriots.
Are
They've
they
just
onto
gone
it?
through their
Are
gate.
they
They should catch this. Let's watch them increase their momentum now. A couple of big strokes the girls will need, and they should catch this wave. Another one, just one to pull the boat down, Frank.
Oh,
one more, and oh, gee.
No,
down they go.
No.
Oh, beautifully swept by Peter Spence.
Spence.
Oh, absolutely well done. How
and look
good
at the
was
one
that?
behind it. Look at this one
Peter
behind
Spence
it.
at his best.
Oh, look at this.
Peter Spence at his
Look
best.
at this.
And look at that close finish for
Maroochydore
second
sweep's
there.
gone out. And this has cost Maroochydore badly.
Peter Spence at his best, eh?
Oh, he won't stop talking about that one. Right, we're going to go, after that excitement, we're going to an ad.
We've got an ad coming up.
And when we come back with a surfboat,
We'll be back shortly.
Over 350 crews from all around Australia have been competing at their local carnivals to gain tokens into the draw to win a brand new surfboat to the value of over $30,000. Just like this one here that was won by Morty Alec in 2013 as part of the Designer Surfboat competition. That draw will be done today here at the Australian Surf Rowers League Open at 12 o'clock. So make sure you grab your family and friends to get on the live stream. You never know, it might be your club that takes home this brand new surfboat thanks to Team Navy and the Australian Surf Rollers League. Well, thank you very much. We're live here from the VIP area and I'm joined by Lieutenant Commander Don Hogarth. Welcome here. It's an exciting venue. Of course, you're here on behalf of Team Navy. It is the 8th year of the partnership. You must be excited to be back in the marvellous Shellharbour.
It's a beautiful venue. It's always an honour to come back and work with the Australian Surf Rollers League. It's been an incredible partnership over the last 8 years. And we're looking forward to a great weekend of racing. And of course the draw coming up.
It's a very exciting time here. What we're about to do is commence the winter surf boat draw on behalf of the Australian Surf Rollers League throughout the support from Team Navy. What we have is 1,640 entries that have been sent through by all the crews around Australia competing at their local carnivals. We've had approximately 20 carnivals throughout the 5 or 6 states leading up to this major event. And all it is a random selection on the computer. There's nothing more to it. We're live here. And as they say on the Tats Lotto, we're governed by Bert Hunt in the background, Australian Surf Rollers League President. And if that's not enough, Surf Life Saving Australia President Graham Ford is here also. Just to make sure. Let's get the party started. Hey, we're going to move over to the computer, make sure that Joey doesn't trip over the cables. We're just going to move through here to the randomiser. Now, as you can see on the screen, before we press the button, of course, we've got Commodore David Letts here also helping out from the Royal Australian Navy. You've got 1 to 1,612, and all we have to do is draw now. Now, we're not going to show this because we're going to play a bit of a game. Commodore David Letts, please press the draw now button. Bristol's connection's probably failing.
Got an answer.
It is number 363. It's the quietest it's been. We're just scrolling through at the moment. 363. We can confirm that it is from the state of Queensland. So it is a Queensland club. And did you read? Can you see which one it is, Don Hogarth? Major supporters of surfboat rowing, and the winners are...
And the winner is Coolum Beach.
Oh, well done. Coolum Beach has won a brand new surfboat to the value of $30,000 on behalf of the Australian Surf Rollers League and Team Navy. Oh, they'll be pumped with that one. They're down here, they have the double-decker trailer driving down, and that's obviously through the support of Team Navy an ongoing partnership that we're very proud to be a part of. Thank you very much for joining us up here, Donny. We'll let you go and enjoy your afternoon.
Thanks, Aaron, and look forward to a great weekend of surf boat racing.
Beautiful. Frank and Rod, back to you boys. Coolum, not Lawn. Oh, he's devastated. He's throwing in the towel. They had about 6,000 entries anyway.
Damn.
Well, we're back on again, Frank, and
cheers, mate.
Cool,
Thank you.
You guys deserve $30,000 of your choice. You can choose the manufacturer, and what a great prize from
I've got to say, Coolum, you got to hand it to. I reckon it's great because Dave Tomba down there used to build. He worked for Miles. Yep. We bought our last boat from Dave many years ago. It was a Miles boat. We still got it. And it's great for Dave. He was out of the sport. He got back in. He's done extremely well in this sport. So it's fantastic for Coolum. And they've got a history of it. John Ellington and all those guys up there. And it's just fantastic for them.
Yeah, we'll be up there in about 2 months' time for the Australian titles, of course, up at Maroochydore, which is not too far away from Coolum on the beautiful Sunshine Coast.
No, mate, and it's really special. Alexandra Headlands is where the boats are going to be, and I reckon it's going to be absolutely packed up there. It's only 2 months away, and it's going to be exciting, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it runs right into Anzac Day, and they're talking about one of the biggest services for the surf boats since the Great Gallipoli services last year. So,
and that was special, wasn't it? That was very special.
It was very special indeed.
Yeah, well, we had 2 of our crews out there from Lorne, and those people came back and just couldn't believe how special it was. I mean, Al McComb still got the stickers on his boat, won't take them off. You know what Al's like? You just don't touch him.
Yeah. Big Al, eh?
Big Al.
He should be about ready to row, Big Al, and the Lawn Boys, the big 31, because we got the open men starting out here in the south area, Frank. So,
well, unfortunately, Big Al didn't make it this time because he's got a guy with the shingles, so he wasn't.
Leave him home.
We left him home, Hamish. But we're here on the big boys now, and it's going to be interesting to see who's your favourite for the weekend on this one, mate.
Oh, look, it's hard to go past once again. Like yesterday, I'm a favourite of the North Cottesloe men's crew. They're a great crew, and I think they'll do very well. And the 3 Currumbin crews, also very, very good crews. But I'm going to chuck a roughie in. I might go for the Torquay Thunder.
Torquay Thunder.
Good conditions for them.
Hang on. Aaron's come in.
Late breaking news, boys. I know you're comfortable up here, but for the last round of the Trans-Tasman, we're all going to go down together. And we're all going to be on the beach commentating there all together. I know you're comfortable and you probably ordered your first stubby for the afternoon, but mate, we're going down there and enjoying it all.
Excuse me, Aaron, stubby of ginger beer, that is correct. Okay, we know we do not promote certain items. We're very excited about that, Aaron, to be with you on the beach, watching all the girls mob you and all that. Rod and I will just sit behind and watch it all, mate.
I won't be able to if you're down there, mate.
Oh, mate, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to go to a nad, and when we come back, we're going to be on the beach for a bit of fun.
Thanks for that. Right. Well, Aaron did try to get us down there, but it's a bit windy down there for blokes like us, isn't it?
Yeah, and I've got my shoes on and everything, Frank. I'd have to take my shoes and socks off and get all that sand between your toes. But I love the beach. It's fantastic down in the water, but this is a better venue for us. We've got the screen here. We can get all the live action. We've got the finish line technology. It's all happening here in the VIP tent.
I'll tell you what we might do is when it's all over this last international, we might run down there and just give a big rap, pat him over the head, make him out to be the hero he is, and sit behind him and just go on with it, won't we? We'll do that.
What about we pick him up and dunk him in the ocean?
Well, the ocean's a bit too good for that, isn't it? Anyway, mate, there's a few races still going on before the international. We're just about... Look at this little bubble behind on this one too, mate.
Yeah, well, this is the Open Men round number one on their way in, and there's some good waves here for them.
There's a crew. Currumbin in this one. Oh no, they didn't get what they needed, but there's another one behind. Here they go, the crews are coming. And this is where the crews from behind are onto it. Look at this. Harmy. Will Spence do it again? No, he's off.
Well, nice little wave in the centre there for Ostenmere in the black boat.
And Maroya down here.
A good finish there, 4 of them, all on the one wave. Look at our finish technology.
Oh, wow.
And it showed the black boat of Ostenmere.
You've got it?
Clearly across the
line.
Come have a look at this one, Bert. This is fantastic.
The Bert's not happy because Maroya didn't get through, mate, so just be careful with that one, all right?
I don't know if we can replay that one, but we've got our president here with us, President Bert Hunt, and we're looking at the finish line technology.
How are you feeling about it all, Bert, at the moment?
Yeah, it's terrific. It's going well. I mean, everyone's working together, which is the good thing. The combination between the officials and the competitors, you can see the benefits. They're getting through the event, and it's a happy beach. A happy beach is a good event.
Well, Bert, you've been president for a while. Have you seen an event like this before?
No, look, the whole test match, I mean, the internationals, wow, we're just looking at a finish line here. Yeah, that's amazing. We just, the international today, we're in the middle of that, and there's still some racing to be won there. The interstate last night was just a totally champion event. I mean, the way the states threw themselves into that is just amazing. I mean, it's you'd pay money to come and watch an event like that.
Who do you reckon got second or third there, guys?
Well, I'm more concerned about number one. I can see that one. Let's just watch him come through now.
I'm going alley 2.
Clearly
alley 1.
Ostenmere alley 2, and then alley 1 on the far end. And only a smidgen. Gee, what would you call
alley
it?
Alley 3 and then alley 4.
I tell you what, it's pretty close, isn't it?
It's very close.
But how would you pick that without this technology? You know, how could someone pick that on the line?
No, very special. I mean, it's been a big investment for the ASRL to come up with this technology, and
look, thanks for that, Bert. I'll tell you what, we're going to go across to Aaron now.
Okay.
Thanks for that.
How good was that?
Oh, congratulations to the Corlin Beach Surf Life Saving Club there from the sunny Sunshine Coast. We're here with Paul, one of the sweeps in. He's just been telling me that he hasn't won anything all day. Well, your day's just gone a whole lot better.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks to everybody involved, the Rowers League, everybody. It's awesome. It's great result.
Now, we were just saying at the top, we'd really like to go to a club that, really needs a boat. And I was driving past you guys the other day, double-decker trailer, 2 boats on it. Which one's going to go?
Both of them.
So it's obviously through the support of the Australian Surf Rowers League and Team Navy, of course, with the 8-year partnership. You've got a couple of climbers here. Is that the way you're going to go?
Hopefully not.
Shots fired. No, that's all right. Congratulations, Paul, and everyone in the background here. Just give us a big cheer. Of course, thanks once again to Team Navy and the ASRL. Back to you guys.
No worries.
Cheeky. Well done.
They're away. This is an open event again. I can see the crews going out. Again, I apologise for not being able to give you the cruise details. It's very difficult to see from where I am, and we don't have a program because we are waiting for the international. So we just keep you just gives you a bit of viewing to do. and hopefully I can pick up someone out there. I think my mate Rod's come back with the app. There we got here, Rod.
I've actually got my son rowing in this one, Frank, so I wanted to get a grandstand view. He's rowing for the X crew out of Torquay, but they're a little back in the equation at the moment. But it's a good race.
Can I ask, Rod, have they trained?
They haven't done enough training, Frank. It's all about training, yes, but not about how much training you've done. It's whether you've done enough.
So you're still looking at... Rod, we have a problem. We need Aaron here with this technology, don't we?
No, it's all I do is I go into the open mail in the south area. We've got a lot of races, and we're into round number 2. So we've got North Cronulla in LE1, Bateman's Bay in 2, Palm Beach Pigeons in 3, Corrimal Creeps in 4, and the Torquay X Crew in 5.
So who do you reckon's going in there first there?
Well, it's not Torquay.
It looks as though it's LE4 there, Rod. LE4, who's LE4 again?
So LE4 around, that's the Corrimal Creeps, and Bateman's Bay rowing very well in LE2 also.
Oh yeah, the crew's coming home really fast out of that LE2. They're really flying along now. But it's pretty close all around. There's 4 crews. I don't know who's in LE5 and 6 how they're going. There's Torquay are in LE6. I don't want to mention them too much. Mate. I don't want to mention them too much.
I think just keep them off the screen at the moment. Look, they're just going to pop over and show us them there. That's LE4 and that's the Corrimal Creeps. And the boys are a little bit back there, so I'll have to give him the strap when he gets home. But anyway, all is good. They're having a lot of fun, and they're going to get 5 good rows today. So that's what they've come up here for, Frank, because they know that it's just going to be a fantastic day's racing for them. They'll get 5 races, and I'm sure they'll enjoy their evening.
Look, there's a bit of bubble coming out now. There's probably not going to get this one, but the one behind there might be. This could be an interesting race again. God, we have to use that technology again.
We made, and that was fantastic before. It's the Palm Beach Pigeons. They're on the right-hand side of the screen here. And in the centre, we've got Bateman's Bay. So Bateman's Bay working very, very hard now to catch that wave. Palm Beach Pigeons on the right, but here's a run for the crew on the left-hand side, North Cronulla. So 3 on the one wave, and I think, as you say, Frank, we're going to have to use that technology. What a good shot that is of the Bateman's Bay boys as they go across the line. So very, very close there indeed. 3 crews.
I wonder if they're the Bateman's Bait crew from a few years ago. They were really strong.
Bateman's Bay have had some great crews over the years. Neil Inglis, of course, to sweep. And there's a nice shot of the RXP boat from down home Torquay. And that's my young bloke on the right-hand side there at the front, young Jackson. And good to see him having a crack.
Oh, they've got to be in it, don't they? Scott Hasty, a new sweep as well down there.
Yeah, new sweep down at Victoria, and a terrific bloke, Scott. And he's got a bunch of guys together who have a lot of fun racing, and let's hope they do stay together and enjoy the sport, as all these crews, some 260 of them here, have done.
Well, this is going to be interesting, the next race. Your other crew, the one of the favourites, as you say, they're in it.
Well, they're a little bit more fancy. This one, they're the Thunder, and they were the Victorian team representative in the Open Men. So this is a good race. So this one, I'll read out the crews. So we've got, in LE1, we've got the Bronte Express. In LE2, we've got Torquay Thunder. In 3, the North Cronulla Funky. In 4, Bilgola Bennies. And in 5, North Cronulla Bluey. So this is a pretty hot race.
And they're in the starter's hands. And they're gone. Let's see them get away from the beach. How quick are these boys from Torquay? We know they've got a bit of form. Look at them go now. Like North Cronulla got out really quick over here in LE5. I've got to tell you, they flew. And Bilgola, you never underestimate Bilgola, do you?
No, well, this is Benny's crew. They've had some great crews over the years. Bilgola, of course, the legendary Don McManus has been the power sweep up there. But Benny Gills had some good crews, and this is his A crew here, and they're right up with Torquay Thunder. It'll be a good race, this one, Frank.
Yeah, there's only one crew in the middle there. It's a little bit behind. I'll tell you, Bronte got a little slow start, but geez, they're laying back along. Have a look at it. Really long strokes.
Bronte Express on the far left-hand side. Torquay Thunder in 2. North Cronulla Funky. Funny name for men, the Funky crew.
Yeah, they're struggling a little bit. They're a little bit behind down there.
I reckon they got a bit of problem with a name like that, the Funky crew.
It's probably why they're not rowing that well.
Yeah. And Bilgola Benny's in 4, and of course on the far side, and I think they're going okay, is North Cronulla Blueies.
Oh yeah, North Cronulla Blue won a few Australian titles with the old Steve Swain in the back of the over the years, haven't they?
Yeah, what a great sweep he was.
Oh,
so as they come up to the turning cans, we'll just see who our leaders are here. Of course, as they go round, it gives us a better view from back on this angle. So I'll just jump up and have a quick look.
So this is the beauty about this. Rod can jump up, jump down, look at things, look at screens and all sorts of things, and away we go again.
Well, I'm pretty proud to say that the Torquay Thunder have gone around in 1, but gee, it is very close for second. Very close indeed for second between the Bilgola Bennies and North Cronulla Bluey on the far right-hand side.
What happened to my Bronte boys? I thought they were going all right.
They're not too bad, Bronte. They turned 2. They're over on the left, but they're struggling a bit in the conditions here. There's just not as many runs over on that left-hand side at this stage. But it won't be long and they'll be crashing through these gate cans and into the wave area, and that'll sort them out, Frank, once they get into the waves.
I love to have a big bubble coming behind these big A-crew boys, mate. I love it.
Oh, gee, they really move a boat, can't they? Oh. And, you can see on the screen there the Torquay Thunder with RXP on the front there.
Oh, geez, RXP, well, you're talking it up, mate.
Oh, and the sponsors are fantastic in this sport. Not only does the Navy provide absolutely fantastic support, but it's the individual club sponsors too that help keep this show on the road. So you can see there that crew in the middle there, just that little bit back, that's that Funky crew. They've dropped off the pace a little bit
here comes your lads,
North Cronulla.
The Torquay boys.
So the Torquay
boys. A bit of a bubble coming up behind now again. Oh, here come the crews from behind again. Have a look at this. Look at this. He's pulling over.
They're doing a funky shoot, aren't they, or something?
Oh,
hey?
No,
look at that. They're coming from dead last and zap right through the field, that crew there.
Look, we've got the line again. Oh my God, how many more races like this?
Oh, mate, that's a ripper, absolute ripper. 5 boats all together on the line.
Yeah. Well, again, we'll go to our famous technology and see what the result of that one is. Okay. We're going to bring that up later just to see what's happened. All right, what a fantastic finish. But you feel sorry for the crews in the front sometimes. They've done all the hard work, deserve to get back in front. They get in front, they sort of sit and sweet, and then a bubble comes up behind, and there comes the crew from last.
Yes, and that crew, the Funky crew it was, which dead last they were, the North Cronulla Funky. They could have taken out the race.
You shouldn't have taken the mickey out of them, mate. They've come back and haunted you, Torquay boys.
They have haunted us, yes, they have haunted, and that hurt. That hurt when you're way in front, and up comes a little bubble, and they all catch it, and they all just go right over the top of you. But Frank, how many times have we seen it?
Don't worry, mate. I can tell you the number of races I've lost that I should have won.
Yeah. How many times have we seen it? That's really the beauty of surfboat racing. Everyone's always a chance.
How many excuses do you reckon the average surfboat sweep would add in his repertoire over the number of races?
Oh yes, I got hit on the way out, or I got ripped off on the way home, or such and such fell out of the boat, or something's wrong with the oar. But it's all part of it. And
I used to go home after a carnival, my wife said, "So how'd you go?" And I said, "Oh look, we were really in front." Yeah. But she said, "Are you happy with all this? Why don't you just give it away?"
Why do you do this, Frank? Why do you come home
the
like
next race is on now, right? Who's in this one?
I'll just have a look on my app. Round 4, we've got the Manly T-Rexes, Currumbin Coal Trains. They come home. Those boys are in 2. In 3, North Cronulla Yaps. In 4, Coogee. And in 5, Met Caloundra Triple JDs.
I can see at the back of that Currumbin boat, Matt Hickey. Yes. And Matt did his apprenticeship at Lorne, you know that. And we sent him back to Queensland after we groomed him.
He just popped down for 1 year on a little bit of a holiday.
I bet you Peter Hickey's watching this on live.
I reckon he just come down for a little bit of a holiday, Matt, and he's back up there sweeping these Currumbin crews. But we've got a crew here, Manly, a T-Rex. Would that be NR Perry's crew?
No, that's Rick Miller's.
Ricky Miller.
I think so. And is it a T-Rex? Are they ex-Queenscliff?
No, he's got it here as Train Rex. So I haven't seen that crew.
Oh,
Manly
right.
Train
Not
Rex.
the old T-Rex from Queensland.
And how are the Currumbin coal trains going?
I can't see it from here, but you've got the eyes out there, mate. But they're all rowing. They're all in a line by the looks of it. It's not much in this one again. Are we going to have
well,
that?
you've got them on the screen there. The coal trains are just a smidgen in front. They're in alley number 2 on the screen, and you'll see as they come up to the turn.
Alleys 2 and 3.
Around goes alley 4, which is Coogee.
Coogee.
Around.
Good boat crews over the years at Coogee, haven't they?
Oh yeah, and the big letters on the side of the boat, Coogee.
And they surprise a few.
Coogee,
And no one ever picks them, but they're always around there.
Yeah, yes, of course, Beck Hamilton sweeping the ladies up there, and some good crews out of Coogee, no doubt about it, and a beautiful spot too on the south of Sydney.
Oh yeah, it's it's up near Bondi and all those
Sutherland
places.
Shire.
Buddy Franklin country, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Hey, what are you laughing for, man? Buddy's a good bloke, isn't he? Buddy's a good bloke, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm a Carlton man, and it's not too good for me, the AFL. Anyway, what's going on here? I think that big crew from Coogee is still doing pretty well in the white boat. We've got a bit on the screen here.
Matt Hickey's crew's going all right too, mate.
Yeah.
I think it's between 2, 3 and 4 at this stage.
The Currumbin coal trains.
Yeah. And here we go. We're into that wave zone. There's another bubble coming behind, so we could be on that famous finishing line again.
Currumbin coal trains in 2. North Cronulla Yaks in 3 doing very well. And Coogee in 4. Now this is a close-up.
Another one, another close one. Have a look at this. Another liner. Who's going to take it this time? I reckon the crew here. Coogee?
Oh, no, on the left-hand side.
Matt Hickey's mob.
Coal trains.
Oh.
Good race again, Frank. Absolutely.
Unbelievable, this racing, isn't it?
Absolute perler.
Hey? Unbelievable what's going on in this sport. I mean, these guys at live stream are just keeping up with the pace and the technology they're using. Mate, at the end of the day, they would need a very big soft drink.
Mad enough keeping up with the boys. Look at that one, the Hog's Breath Cafe.
Yeah, North Cronulla.
Yeah, North Cronulla.
Geez, they've got some few crews at North Cronulla now.
Oh, yeah, and what a big club it is, North Cronulla. I was over there the other week, and they're a great bunch of people there, Frank. Always look after you when you're visiting North Cronulla.
Look after you.
Look after anyone in the boat fraternity.
That's very good, right?
Always make you feel welcome. That's the greatest part about surf boat rowing, because everyone's part of the same, doing the same thing and enjoying the same lifestyle.
It's also around the world too. I remember going over to Italy at the Worlds and the friendship over there. Funny story over there, but
Yeah.
Italy's got no surf. On the day of the Worlds, there's a little 2-footer coming through. And the guys in the so-called IRBs wouldn't go out there. Oh no, it's too big
for us.
So Johnny McManus had to get the Gulgala crew with Al and me, and we had to lay the cans for the Worlds, mate. That was the day.
I hope the Italians aren't watching, because I'm sure they're not that chicken of a 2-foot wave, surely. Sort of, yeah.
On the Mediterranean, mate, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah. Now that chop we got there is an angle right up on the north area. That's our second area we've got today. We're commentating here from the south area, and we're not too far away from our final test match. Not too far away at all, Frank. So just the women, back to the women here. It'll be round 2 of the Open Women.
No, this is a test match.
This is a test match. Well, I told you it wasn't too far away, the test match. So I was pretty right, Frank. If you stay on the ball, you'd know exactly what's going on.
I've got to psych myself up.
All right, so we got the 23s?
23s, mate.
Okay, so the girls will go
The girls
first.
over here on the right-hand side.
Yep.
Here they go. They're away.
Yep, beautifully timed, Frank.
Oh, mate. Maroochydore again. Oh, the New Zealanders, they just missed that start. But I'm sure they'll be pumped to try and make up for that. They're coming through.
Well, I think they knocked off our girls in the long course in the last one, the New Zealand girls.
Short course, mate. Short course was the last one.
Yeah, well, no, the last one was the short. Yeah, now we're back to the long, aren't we?
Yeah.
So our girls will be pretty keen to redeem themselves here.
bit of a bubble here for the under-23 men before they start too, Rod.
Yeah, the starter just waiting here for a good even start. There's a little bit of white water going under the bows of these boats now, and he's got his amber light on, so they'll get a start.
They're away now.
And both crews away pretty well there, Frank. Not too much to hinder them then. They're through the first little tiny bubble, and they're away.
Australian crew got away off very quick then. Very quick. Look at them go.
Yeah, I've got some pretty good news on the under-23 women. The Australian under-23 ladies have moved to a pretty handy lead here as they come up to the turning cans.
Well, that's good for them, and I suppose their sweep will be giving them hell about their last result, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Well, of course, these under-23 crews are a development series, and of course the points do not count in the Trans-Tasman series.
Oh, no.
Only the open women and the open men count, but it's terrific to have the development crews here and getting the opportunity to represent their country, and they're doing a great job at that.
Well, you think about these two crews and you think in the next few years they could be representing Australia at the top level.
Exactly right, and if you've seen them down there at the presentation of the Australian hats and that, they were just so excited, the young kids, and it's fantastic for them. Something you would treasure for a lifetime, mate.
Oh yeah, you know, like you go back in the old days and you think of some of the Australian crews that would have loved to have worn the green and the gold.
Yep.
And represented their game in a true surfboat sense.
Yes, yes. Well, they're heading for home now, the girls, and there's not too long before they'll be going through the gate cans and getting into the wave area. And the New Zealanders have come back into this race. They're just a smidgen behind the Australians now as they come up to the gate cans. We'll get a better feel for who is in front. The open men are around the can, the under-23 men, sorry, and it's Australia just a little in front still.
Look in control, Australia, in that race, but I'm focusing on this now, this Maroochydore crew coming a little bubble behind them through the gate cans. How do you pick it through the gate cans, mate?
I think the Aussies have just got just a narrow lead still, but gee, the Kiwis have worked really hard to get back into this race. Really, really worked hard. As we come into the wave area, though, this is where it all starts to happen now, Frank, just when the little waves are there. And can the Aussies pull down one? Look at the Kiwis, they're having a crack at it.
They're onto it, they're onto it, right? This could be interesting. Oh dear, oh me, there's nothing for the Aussies.
No, there you go. So they worked very, very hard, and good luck to the young girls from New Zealand. Oh, they're ecstatic, punching the air they are. Very, very happy girls, and good luck to them indeed. Now, what's happening in the men out the back?
I still think the Australians have got control of this one, but here we go again, another bubble behind.
Well, I think this could be a decent little wave, this one, when it forms.
Oh, New Zealand on this one too.
New Zealand have woken up, they've cracked onto it, and look at the momentum they're getting out of this.
Have a look at this and watch the line here, Rod.
Good surfing by the New Zealanders. Watch that technology here. Oh my golly, is that hard to pick? That is so hard to pick.
Oh, I can't. Oh, mate, that is very hard to pick.
Aaron, do you want to cross?
We'll just see if we can get a replay of that one, but that is extremely
The victors there from New Zealand, they're just behind us now, and you can see the emotion that was held by the girls. Just give us a wave to all your friends at home.
Going to cross over to
and we're just at the photo finish for the under-23 men with Australia and New Zealand. They're just going to change over their equipment now. Tahi Bay have two crews representing New Zealand. So as you can see now, they're frantically now changing over the equipment, which includes the Rolex, the oars and everything, because they're two different sets of equipment due to their size. Congratulations, we'll just get it quickly. You wanted that win, didn't you?
We did. We really went for it on the way home. Tim was just telling us up, doing it for each other. And we got there in the end. So.
Yeah, congratulations on the win. Now what's up for the program for the afternoon? Rest the legs for racing tomorrow?
Yeah, big sleep.
And you got a message to all your friends at home watching in New Zealand?
Thanks guys, your support means everything. Did it for you guys, feels awesome. Let's keep it up.
We'll let you go. Okay, well done to the girls. We'll wait for the result from the 23 men. Frankie and Rod, it's back to you.
Right, Rod, that was pretty exciting racing, wasn't it?
Oh, gee, if we didn't have that technology, I can't see how we could have called that one. It would have been called a dead heat because they were just right there, Frank. They were right there.
I mean, I still don't really. I can't work
Look at the comradeship here between these crews. You know, friends for life, really, isn't it? I did the Trans-Tasman test against you when we were 23-year-old girls, and look at that. They're really loving it.
Yeah, a bit of disappointment on the Maroochydore face, but you've got to take it. There's New Zealand. They'll go home, and the sport is growing in New Zealand.
Absolutely.
They've had their little ups and downs, but it's growing again, and it's fantastic to see.
Audio as well.
Team manager there, very happy with his girls. So we've got one to go, and it's the big one.
Oh, it's a big one. It's a big. Oh, how good is this? You got the girls. Well, we can't. Australia win the girls. They can't be beaten there. You got 2-0, but the boys.
Dead level, so Aaron's down on the beach and we'll cross over to him. He's got the winning Kiwi crew here.
You weren't far behind for the first two, but you knew you really had to give it your all. Timmy's a spokesman, so I'll jump over this side. That's all right, mate. Just talk about the last race then that you did. Obviously everything had to go right, but Maroochydore is a strong crew here.
Yeah, they're definitely a very strong crew. We knew we had to pull a big one out to beat them in the last race. We unfortunately had an average start again, but we got hit by a bit of a wave and set us back, and the girls had to put a lot of work in to claw back, and you know, I think Huey the surf god was looking after us a little bit there with that wave on the return.
Yeah, exactly right. Now you'll be having a quiet night tonight because you're back here tomorrow for the Australian Surf Rollers League Open, the final day, which you've seated yourself straight into the Sunday. You rest your legs tonight and get ready for that?
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be good fun. This was the business end of the weekend, Saturday, and tomorrow's the fun day, and we get to have a play and no expectations and have a great time.
Yeah, to whenever you have a message from home, this is live streamed all around the world. Does anyone have a message for anyone at home? To Tahi Bay, you're obviously representing with the men as well.
Just thanks to everyone back home who's watching and everyone who's supported us to get here, and yeah, we look forward to seeing you all when we get home.
Yeah, whole surf club goes out to you guys.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let them get off there. We'll let them go rest up. They're the victorious from round 3 New Zealand development crew, and it's back to you guys at the top.
Yeah, Rob, that Australia did win that 23 men, and you can see it on the line. I mean, it was very close, but they won it.
There wasn't much in it at all, Frank. Very, very little in it, and of course you just see, and you can see the elation on the girls' faces there from New Zealand, the 23 development women winners, but we've got the men, so very close indeed that was, those first 3 test matches between the development teams. Of course, Frank, the development teams don't count in the point score towards the main Trans-Tasman trophy.
Yep, so we're really down to a situation now. If Australia win the girls, that's 3. So if New Zealand win the boys, it's 2-1. So the reality of it is, Australia will retain the...
Well, the reality is, if New Zealand,
win the girls,
win both,
yeah, that's a draw.
They'll take it off it.
So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens, isn't it?
Yes, well, it's certainly not over by the shouting as the boats are taken down to the beach. They're not too far away from a start here in this one. So the Kiwis need to win both of them to take the Trans-Tasman trophy home.
Yeah, now in that northern area, they're still racing down there, and that's a lively area down there, I've got to tell you.
A little bit more surf down there, Frank, too. They're,
Now, people are wondering why it's been a long way away from us, but you've got to, when you set up an area, you've got to try and give the fairest conditions for a 6-boat race. And one of the problems at a lot of beaches is you can't get a straight line. I mean, very rare in Australia you can have a straight line when we need an area of over 400 metres. And it's very difficult, isn't it, Rod?
Well, it certainly is, but you know, the good news is tomorrow when we get onto our finals, and we've got a long way to go. We've still got another day tomorrow, and tomorrow all our crews in every division will drop back to a 6-boat final about mid-afternoon tomorrow, and that's going to be really exciting because we all come together into the one area.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty about it. And isn't it something funny about getting to that Sunday? Isn't that every crew, all they worry about on the first 2 days, you've got to be there Sunday.
what it's all about, yeah.
And it saves them a lot of money too.
It does. They don't get out on the town. They're in bed early, eating good food, and there's plenty of good food here at Shellharbour. What a great place to go out.
Well, it was funny last night. Our resis thought they were out. They didn't think they qualified. I had to ring them up from here, and they bought some supplies, and they were going to sit down, and then all of a sudden they got the phone call. You're through.
You're still going. Put that nice can of VB down, and that's the end of that for you. You got a race tomorrow.
You got a race again, boys.
I bet they weren't worried at all. They'd be happy at a race.
No, they weren't. They were very happy about all this. Yeah. But and as I said, it's hard on some crews. They train, and it's the unluckiness of the sport, and they get knocked out, and it can be a real heartache for some of the people. I've seen some absolutely magic crews over the years. You think they're on top of it all, and they just get knocked out in one race. You might get a race and they're in front, 4 crews come through, see you later, you're out of here.
You can just see on the screen there now, Frank, another race starting up there in the north area, and how close the boats are as they head out to sea through the, you can see the gate cans, and what a beautiful view of the cliffs and the houses right up there at Shellharbour. Now online we've got the Australian team. They're getting ready now. The boats are being called down to the line, and we're not too far away from starting this third and final test match here. Australia versus New Zealand, live streaming all over the world here at Shellharbour, Frank.
Well, fantastic there, Rod. Tell you what, those houses on the hill, how much do you reckon they're worth?
Well, they're out of my budget, buddy. They're out of my budget. Maybe a tent up the far end or something would be me, but gee, it's a beautiful spot, isn't it?
Oh, all round here, mate. As I said, when I drove up from Eden, it was just sensational. You go around Kiama, we went to the blowhole a couple of days ago. Unbelievable place. So,
Illawarra.
I tell you what, there's a lot of grey nomads up here, mate.
Yeah, now we better not miss this one. We got the strap.
Oh yeah. We're just about ready.
So we've got our ladies on the far right hand side now. The New Zealanders on the left, and the Australian team on the right hand side in the Torquay boat there.
Check starters, flags up.
A great shot there on the pic there on the screen. And you can see the Morty Alec boat there that they've been so kind to lend that to our friends from New Zealand. And a terrific shot of the New Zealand and the Australian crews there. The check starter's got his flag up, he's ready to go. We'll wait for the amber light and then the hooter.
Flags up, starter's hands.
There goes the amber light. What a great shot.
They're away. Australia again off to a good start. They've got out really quick again. Little bubble coming out the back could cause a bit of air time for the New Zealanders. Slight little air time, but they're away. No problems. Now we'll wait for the boys to get ready.
Oh, the Torquay crew, they've really got off the beach well, the Australians. Look at that, that's a great start on the
screen. They're flying.
They are absolutely flying, and they seem to be improving as the day goes on, the Australian team. So the big men, they're up there, they've got a ripper-sized wave breaking on the bow.
Yeah.
Surely you won't send them away now, Frank.
It could be exciting.
Oh yeah, but I couldn't be fair. Now another big one to come in. I'll probably get a go straight after this. Long course racing, this one. Short course was the second race.
I think the starter's got to hold them till the girls get out of the area a bit.
Now we've got the guys on the screen now, and you can see that red line there from the finish line. So they're pretty well lined up.
Here they go.
Great job here.
Starter's hands. Flags down.
Not happy with that one, the starter, so you'll wait. I'll just have a look at the how the ladies are going. They must be coming up to their turning jams. They're probably about 10 strokes out now, Frank. And it's still the crew from Australia, the Torquay crew, doing very well here. Just coming up to their turning can. Around go the Australian team now, that's in the open women. And 1, 2, 3, 4. They're about 5 strokes ahead, so it's a pretty good lead to the Australian women. And as you know, they only need to win this one to take this Trans-Tasman trophy.
Yeah, they're away in the men too, mate. They're
the
away.
big boys are away. It's a good start.
Well, it's a good start by both crews, actually. Look at them go. Look at them go. Holy moly.
Ooh,
have a look at the rate of that cruise.
They did knock off the Australian team, the New Zealanders, in race number 2, and they're rowing well.
They're rowing extremely well.
Really tapping that boat along, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. They're serious boys, those ones.
Oh, it's on for young and old here. It
Oh
really
my God,
is.
it's close.
Neck and neck racing. And a great shot on the screen there, an absolute cracker of a shot on.
Where are the girls now then?
The girls are just coming into the wave area, but it's a very good lead by the Australians here. They're just about to come through their gate can and see if the sweep can find a wave to get them home. It's a little wave now for the Australian girls, and they should be pretty right. It's on the screen. It's a good shot on the screen. They'll just touch along, and if they can catch this, it'll be a very, very good wind.
Yeah, nice little wave there,
nice
Rod.
Little
nice
wave
little
there.
wave
You
there.
can just see the bow of the boat with RXP on it. They'll just pull down it now.
There you
Scotty
go.
Tannehill jumps up on the blocks, and you can see them. They're just finishing off nicely, and 3 wins from 3 starts for the Australia girls. And,
Tell you what, in the men's, it is close. It is close. Oh, just a half a boat for Australia.
Both crews together out at the men. Both crews right together going around the can. We've got a real close one on our hands.
Well, they're coming home now. But,
it's right together. Here they are now on the screen, and nothing in this at all. In fact, I think the New Zealanders might be just about there.
I think the vision might be a little bit different. I think the Australians have pulled away from them, actually. No, they have. The Australians are pulling away a little bit, but you remember the last race, mate. The bubble came, and that was the end of it. Here we go. They're coming into that zone. I reckon Matty Collins has given those boys some curry now. He's putting it up them now. Yeah? He would hate to lose this, Matty Collins.
He likes to win, all right, Matty, the rude man they call him.
The rude man from the Sydney Northern Beaches. Here we go now. This is the one he wants. This is the one he wants. He's going to go for it. Right. Have you got it?
I'm just watching it on the screen. It's an absolute ripper, but the Kiwis are not out of it. They're making
have a look behind, Rod. Have a look behind.
There is one behind. But look, Matty Collins' boys, they're just making something out of nothing here. But New Zealand, if they catch this, they're going to get the shoot. It might be a bit too late for them. I think it's too late for them.
Matty's done it, I think.
I think Matty's got home in between the two waves. You can see the finish line there on the screen.
Oh, what
a go! The New Zealanders, what a way to go!
How did live stream enjoy that? How did live
two of their
stream?
rowers.
Oh
We've
my
still got
God!
3 in the boat. Let's hope everyone's okay.
Well, lucky in the old days, we nearly a candlestick there, mate. Nearly a candlestick.
It looks like the two rowers, this rower and the sweeper,
Is he all right?
standing up, and there's 3 in the boat. So
oh wow!
He's actually hanging on to one of the rowers.
Yeah. I hope he's all right.
Good duty of care there by the sweep. But gee, wasn't that exciting?
Well,
look at the crew members; they're all getting out there to help, and it seems like the guy's okay.
Mate, you've got to say it's a final, isn't it? You've got to go for broke, don't
They
you?
had to go for it. Over to Aaron on the beach. Let's find out what's going on.
Yeah, thank you very much for passing us down here. As you'll see behind me, the Australian team are just celebrating with each other at the moment. It was an amazing effort from everyone involved with the team. They had the 4 teams involved, including the 2 developments. So a total of 20 competitors from 4 different clubs, and as you can see, they're extremely proud of what they did. We're just going to pan with Joey and find a quick shot. Commiserations to the New Zealanders. They rode extremely well. Everyone is safe after that incident. We're going to get right involved with it now. Guys, let's jump together if we can. You're currently live around the world. Congratulations for what you did. And we're going to bring up the birthday girl to be the spokesman if that's okay. Young Sophie's 30th birthday today. 3 from 3 for the crew. First yourself, well done. You enjoyed the experience?
Oh, so much. It was awesome. It was a really good atmosphere. Everyone's been so supportive, the whole Australian team, and the Kiwis were great. We met them all last night and they're a great great bunch of people. We're just really stoked with how we went
Yeah,
today.
talk about the camaraderie. I guess you were based with the Australian and the New Zealand tents, were right next to each other, so you got to meet a whole lot of new people.
Yeah, for sure. They're lovely. We had a great time last night with them, but highs on, matching up with our with our counterparts, so it was good.
It was a pretty intense week, of course, with the uniform presentation yesterday. What was your highlight of the whole process been with the Australian team?
Oh, it was definitely meeting Michael Clark, for sure. That was a huge highlight. No, I think getting our blazers was a huge deal. I feel like it's really special for me, and I'm sure for the rest of the Open team, to have a special blazer to show that we really represent our country.
Congratulations. I hope your knees hold up now that you're 30. Just give us a number one, guys. And congratulations. I'll throw it back up to you, Ron and Frank, and I'll see you on the beach shortly.
Guys, wait, let's go and say thanks to the New Zealand guys.
That sweep got hurt too.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Test series. It was exciting to watch, and everyone's walking away with a smile here in Australia and New Zealand. Can I give you the... Yeah.
We're going to race in the next race.
Can you hold that? Scott! Can you help get this off Matty's head?
Chop him off at the neck. Oh, you want that off?
Want the mouth? Yep.
Is this on? Say hi to my girls. Hi Matilda, Michaela and Ava. Love you.
You got to squeeze over.
I've stopped it. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Can you hold that? Oh, yeah.
Rating at the start.
Do you want to cross live to Frank and I and we'll wrap it up?
Are we following this race coming up?
Sorry?
Are we following any of this now?
No, we're done. So cross over to me. No, we're doing it. Well, thank you very much for joining me. Get it shot, mate. You're sitting on the side, joined by Frankie, who's been sitting up all weekend up in the live stream, mate. How good is this, eh? Australia versus New Zealand. What a test match.
Mate, that last race typified what it's all about, didn't it? With that, I mean, we nearly had the corkscrew coming in and the candlestick type way, but mate, that's the sort of thing they do. It's go for broke, isn't it?
Exactly right. We have just let everyone else join us on the beach here. We're just wrapping up the live stream here from the beach, and day 3, it's not over yet. We're only halfway pretty much. Tomorrow we've got 5 hours of live stream action with all of the finals.
Well, mate, I've got to tell you, up there, you look at the open boat racing down here, and we've been monitoring the results and on the line, and there's crews, 3 or 4 crews on the line. Without that technology, go and ask me how the judges could judge it. It's been absolutely magnificent.
Just another credit to all of our key volunteers who have helped us throughout the morning and throughout the afternoon also, and a big special mention to Team Navy and Destination New South Wales for everything that they've done.
Oh look, you've got to understand, New South Wales, you've done yourselves proud. This part of the land is just fantastic, and I can't recommend enough to all the people to have a look down south of here. It's a beautiful country, especially at Lorne.
I knew he'd drop that in. Congratulations to Coolum Beach, who did win the winter surfboat competition, and once again well done to Australia and New Zealand with a big support from Surf Life Saving Australia for everything they've done. That's a wrap from us. Thank you very much for joining us all around the world. We'll see you tomorrow from 9:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have all the finals. Looking forward to it.
Oh mate, magnificent. Thanks Aaron, you're still the champion, mate.
Calm down, mate. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Over 350 crews from all around Australia have been competing at their local carnivals. to gain tokens into the draw to win a brand new surf boat to the value of over $30,000. Just like this one here.